What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, guys. I'm in here. We in here. Happy Hump Day. My beard looking a little rough. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Guys, comment. Anybody jumping in? Just hit the like button. We appreciate that. What's going on, VR550? What up? What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. If any of you guys are jumping in the chat, just automatically hit the like button. I'm telling you, if you subscribe to this channel, you got to hit the like button. Come on, guys. I'm saying this because it really actually helps my channel. I never cared about it until now. But what's going on, everybody? Happy Hump Day. Do you guys hear me well? Just type and let me know if you guys hear me well. Just want to make sure because I got the mic connected. But yeah, let me know if you guys hear me well. Just type, thumbs up or something. All right, what's going on? What's going on? Cars, howdy, Halib, what's going on? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Happy Hump Day. Whoa, wait, hold on. All right, got the camera back. All right, he says, what is your opinion on the best way to spend $500 on the Q? Completely stock at the moment. You're good. All right. Love your car. Thank you, man. What's going on, Tim? Journey, what's up? What's going on, Joseph? All right. So the first question was at VR 550. What's your opinion on the best way to spend $500 on your Q? I don't know which Q you have, VR. So let me know. I don't know which one you have. What's going on, Adam? What's up, everybody? I'm gonna be on this chat. I'm gonna try to be on this chat all night. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. So let the newcomers come in, say what's up. You guys go out, and the new guys come in. VR30 DT. Okay, so you have a VR30. $500. The best way to spend $500 on a VR30. MEGEN lower downpipes, and BMS heat exchanger. That's it. I think that's actually good because the BMS heat exchanger is about $300, and you could get MEGEN lower downpipes for about $150. So that's $500 right there. You got a heat exchanger and you got downpipes. I think that's the best you can do. You can definitely check for those links. They're on my videos in the bios. And all my videos, those links are in my bio. Adam, okay, cool. Craig, what's up? All right. You got a rear-wheel drive, man. You might need tires at VR5. You might need tires because you're rear-wheel drive. You're probably gonna spin. Brian, 2016 Red Sport. What can I add to cool the oil and the air? At Brian, you already have an air oil cooler. If you have a Red Sport, you already have an air oil cooler, and you said you want to be able to cool the air. You can add a heat exchanger that would add more coolant to your heat exchanger system, which was that's a lot better to add more coolant to the system. Reason being is extra coolant, consistent power through every run. But there's no air-to-air systems on the VR30 at all. That's if that's what you need. Adam, do VR30 motors blow often? No, Adam, definitely not. I've been in this community for quite a long time. Also, you can check the Q50, Q60 forum on Facebook. There's about 21,000 people in there. A lot of people actually have this car, and motors blowing up from our platform is not a thing. You'll see a turbo go before a motor blows. Okay, howdy. What's the update on your turbos? Well, at this current moment, the turbo is still leaking. I found out where the leak is coming from. It's coming from the hot side and pretty much like the center part. It's like there's usually a clamp they put there with a gasket, so that's where it's leaking from. But the turbos are perfectly fine. They're still hitting the proper boost target. There's no oil coming out the exhaust. The car is driving perfectly fine. It's just that as if I leave it the way it is, it's just going to leak oil more and more, and it's not leaking as bad. Journey, I was just asking you on IG, but do you need to use special map when you run E8593 map? No, Journey. I think I was talking to you on IG. No, you could keep the same map you have. It's just that the reason why you only add E85 to 91 and 93 fuel, a small amount of it, not like a big tank, no, just a small amount of E85 is so you can bump up the octane level. That's just all it's used for. So you can leave the same map you're running. Let me see. Okay, good for the day before. Okay, RSR downs are getting installed this weekend. William, if you enjoy it, man. I mean, I'm not really a spring fan. But if you want to put springs in the car, definitely. Winner, what's going on, man? Joseph, what do you think about the Infinity's factory exhaust and Red Alpha part that you can get for Infinity at the dealership? If you're speaking about the AXLEBACK, what do I think about it? I think it's really expensive for no reason. It sounds pretty good, but it's like $700. I would rather you take that $700, add maybe $200-300 to it, and get a full NVIDIA CATBACK exhaust. It's just quite an expensive penny for just an AXLEBACK. That's what I think about it. Hopefully I didn't make any comments. Alfredo, your opinion on 3.0T blow valves when tuned? Yes, you can add blow valves when you tune. It's perfectly fine. You can do it. I don't see no issue in doing it. I heard a lot of mixed opinions on whether to help or just for sound. At the end of the day, the car came from factory without it, but other auto manufacturers, when they come out with their cars, they still have stock diverter valves. But Nissan chose not to add it. I don't know why, but the engineering companies just said, engineering side was just like, we don't need it. But I don't see what's the problem adding to it. It's still a safeguard, regardless. Okay, Brian says, Joseph, or would you go aftermarket parts? Okay, yeah, I would always go aftermarket, Joseph, if you're talking about an AXLEBACK. That's why I went with the Rev 9 AXLEBACK. It's just like the Tanambi AXLEBACK, but like half the price. So Rev 9 AXLEBACK. All right. Digital. When are the new turbos coming out from AMS? Digital HD. I do not know. I'm not affiliated with AMS, but we don't know. Right now, we're going through this world. Right now, they don't really want to push this right now. They're very afraid for them to drop the turbos now. No one's gonna buy it because no one knows where their next dollar is gonna come from. A lot of us may still have jobs. Some of us may not. Some of you guys might lost family. Or anyone who's watching, if you lost any family members, I'm so sorry for you. If you want to talk to me, you can definitely hit me up at boostinmotion IG, Facebook, and boostinmotion@gmail.com. I'll talk to you through text and/or phone call and Instagram if you guys want to speak to me about if you lost a family member, man, because or you lose your job. It's sometimes you just need to talk to somebody. So I'll give you a few minutes out of the day if you need be. But anyway, let me move forward. Marcus, on 16 RS, will upgrading downpipes change the exhaust sound? Yes, that Marquise, it will definitely change the exhaust sound. Tim, catback exhaust with stock downpipes or AXLEBACK exhaust with lower downpipes? Which route is the best value? Well, I would say catback exhaust with stock downpipes is really mainly for sound. But for the best performance, I would say lower downpipes with AXLEBACK exhaust. It seems like you actually get a little bit of butt dyno there, and I've noticed that a lot of people could actually get tuned for more power on lower downpipes and stock exhaust. Some people like myself, what I did was I had about a year ago, I got the lower downpipes, and then I got a YPIPE because the YPIPes are about $150 rather than so I don't have to get a full exhaust. So that's what I did for like a good year on JB4. Okay. Ooh. All right. Recommendations on resonated test pipes for 3.7. I don't have any specific brands at Peter. Just stay away from test pipes that have flex sections. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. You're gonna crack and you're gonna be mad. But I don't have any recommendations for resonated test pipes for 3.7. But there's a lot of good ones on the market, and just pull the trigger. Just stay away from the flex ones. Joseph, okay, just so you know, can the use luxe and sport main difference in cooling and tune? Wait, Joseph, just so you know, you can use the luxe or sport main differences cooling or tune. I'm very confused about that. Tim says, for just the sound, okay. Yo, Dave, what's going on, man? What's going on, David? Brian, by bumping up the octane, does that mess up the engine? No. When you bump up the octane, you're less prone to pre-detonation and/or not. This is when pretty much the gas and air mixture explodes before the spark. So it's actually better to have a higher octane because you'll have less likely chance of pre-detonation. Especially that you got a turbo car. In the hot summer months, you're going to notice that the car is really a lot slower. In the wintertime, it's a lot faster because it's cooler air and the charger air temps are a lot lower. Okay, Joseph, Joseph said it's cheap compared when I spent my fiat. Mopar charged me like $800 for a catback. I mean, yeah. Okay, Journey says, what do you recommend if you don't have the much money going for full catback exhaust or just lower down pipes? Well, you could take your time. Both ways, you guys are gonna want to install lower downpipes at some point. So I would go with the cheaper option, the lower downpipes for now, and that's gonna give you a little bump in performance. And then when you're ready, you graduate to a full exhaust if you choose to. Little Hope, what's going on? What up? All right, Augie, what up? How about the Remark AXLEBACK? I never liked the Remark AXLEBACK because from what I can see, it's just a muffler lead, and I don't think a muffler lead should be $300, or it's like $299 or $285 or something. It's about $300 just for a muffler lead. I mean, I'm not telling you guys to go to a local muffler shop, but you can go to a local muffler shop and just have them cut the tips off your stock muffler and then build some pipes for you for like $150, maybe less. So that's just my opinion. It's gonna give you the same note sound too. And Morales, is the JB4 worth getting on the reservoir or just go easier tech tune? JM3, excellent, really good question for some of you guys who are in the VR30 community. You guys are still stuck with getting a JB4 boost controller and or going full-fledged tune. If you know that in the future you want this car to be full bolt-ons with a tune, just get all your parts together and then get the tune. I did the JB4 because I was really worried about leasing and everything like that, and I didn't want to modify the car. But now that I chose to keep in the car and I give you guys content, that's why I graduated to the full-fledged tune. Okay, cool. Are there any good parts for the other Infinity cars, such as the QX50 or the QX80, such as exhaust or tunes? At Joseph, I honestly do not know. The QX50 is relatively new, and the QX80 is I think that's the big dog. I wouldn't know, bro. I wouldn't know. I'm not an Infinity guru. I just know about some make and models that I've owned and or that I like. So sorry, man. Little Hawk, any tunes for the 2020 Red Sports? Yes. If you want to go full-fledged tune, there is an ECU Tech tune out there, but these tunes are sold by specific companies such as AMS Performance, B-Tune Performance, Admin Tuning. You also got Specialty Z and a few other performance shops that can offer this tuning for you. Butch, recommend a touch-up paint for rock chips. I have a dynamic red. I had actually just, I think from what I know, you can go right to Infinity and get the touch-up paint. They sell these little, it's like this size, and you can actually buy the actual paint, the touch-up paint, and do it for the car. You might even be able to buy it online or Amazon or eBay. I do have that for my car, so definitely check that online. Even though right now it'd be kind of long to get some of this stuff, but I've definitely done it. But it doesn't really fill in the complete, the complete crack or whatever you would call it, the paint chip. But it does cover it up if you're just losing your mind about it. Okay, wait 1 second, guys. I'm going. You guys are going a little quick now. Give me a second. Joseph, the most I see people online is Q50, okay, Q70. Okay, Craig, my tuner said I ain't building boost off the line, so that's affecting my launch. Struggling to get 0-60 under 4 seconds consistently. What is your average and any recommendations on help? My average on my specific tune is under 4 seconds, between 3.6 and about 3.8. But that depends on if I get traction. But it's mainly between 3.6 and 3.8. If you're not building enough boost off the line, I would say is one, maybe look and see if you have a vacuum leak. If you know you didn't touch, like put a blow valves or anything like that in the car, like that stuff is untouched, then you just maybe have to look at, see if your tuner may not know exactly what they're doing all the way, that you're not building enough boost off the line. Or maybe it's the type of tires you're using. Maybe you're spinning out the hole. I really wouldn't be able to tell you. So, and your elevation too. You always got to think about elevation. Some of you guys from 4,000 feet high, you're not going to be able to get in 4 second round. Joseph, red sport versus the normal. Joseph, I'm a bit confused. I know you're throwing a lot of stuff out there, but what do you mean by red sport versus the normal? Jamil, hey, what's up, Boost fellas? Any good places to get a CATBACK exhaust? At Jamil, you can just check online. There's plenty of companies such as Vivid Racing, and there's a few other Z1 Motorsports. A lot of these car companies sell, car websites sell AXLEBACK and or exhaust and parts for our cars. But if you're mainly looking for Infinity parts, look at CZP Performance and Z1 Motorsports. They mainly have a lot of parts for our cars, so definitely check those two hubs. All right. Do you hear about Edwin's engine going? Yes, at Ethan. I definitely heard about Edwin's motor going. No one wants to lose a motor. For anyone who knows who Edwin's car is, pretty much he did about 629 wheel horsepower on pure turbos, rear wheel drive. But shortly after, he lost his motor about a few days later. So I don't know exactly what happened with his car, but it is unfortunate, and hopefully he's back. He's back. Hopefully he's back. Brian, can I put 2 heat exchangers on your red sport? Yes, Brian. Yes, you can. Currently on my car, I have the OEM heat exchanger. Then I have it come from the OEM heat exchanger into the BMS Burger Tuning heat exchanger and back to the motor. That's how I routed it. I have all these videos on my channel, so you could definitely. I did a full install, so you guys can take a look and see what I did as a reference. Hollow Point, what will be your next purchase? At this current moment, I'm looking at a 6-speed manual G37 coupe. G37 coupe, 6-speed manual. William, how is the fitment of the Rev 9 AXLEBACK? The fitment was a little weird. For some strange reason, they're getting the passenger side a little off. So I did have to have at least maybe a ½ inch of the pipe cut. They didn't have to re-weld it or nothing. They just cut some of the pipe because you'll connect the muffler and the tips, and it's like a V band. So they had to cut about ½ inch off, and then from there it was perfect. So no welding. We just had to cut out some of the metal off. That was it. And the sound, I like the sound. When I had it with just lower down pipes and stock mid pipe and the AXLEBACK, it sounds good. I liked it. Now I got a full exhaust, so it still sounds good to me. I enjoy it. And plus I have the sound clips and everything on my channel, guys. So definitely check that out. Like I have anything that you guys want to know, you can literally just go boostinmotion and just think about it and just write the next word and something's gonna come up. If it don't, just hit me up and let me know so I can make a video about it if I missed it. I talked to Infinity product designer, told me if I want you to, if you want you to take 3.0 Lux or 3.0 T, tune it. Red level is okay. The main thing is exhaust cooling. Oh, that's what you mean. If you want to tune it to the red sport level, I don't know why would you tune it to the red sport level. You can go way above the red sport level because they have the same exact turbos, the same exact motor, and the same exact transmission. So it's the same car. So if you want to get a 3.0 T, which I always tell people to get, they're like, which one should I get? I said the 3.0 T because that's the one you get. 3.0 T Sport, because that's the one you get with all the sport suspension and everything. It's just that you don't have the 400 horsepower tune. That's it. You save a couple of grand, you put that money into car parts, and that's it. You have fun and you send it. Gary, do you need to upgrade any fuel pressure pumps to run E30? And also, do you measure E30? Yes, you can measure E30. There are kits online that you can actually test the amount of E85 that comes from the gas pump just to see if you're getting a more potent and clean E85, because every E85 station is different, and depending on how long E85 has been sitting there, the quality actually goes down. And from what, as per Burger Tuning Performance, they usually do a trick where they add about 4 to 5 gallons to 91 octane to boost it up, and they look at the low pressure fuel pump percentage to see if it's being overworked. And from what it seems like, E30 and under is pretty good on stock fuel pumps. Anything above that, you're starting to strain it. All right, Peter, what if I did test pipes on the stock exhaust? Yeah, Peter, you can do test pipes on the stock exhaust of your Q50. That's perfect, or G37. You can definitely do that. You can do it. I don't see an issue. It's just that the YPIPEs are very, very, very thin. Like, I mean, not thin, very small. So if you really want, if you don't want to get a full CATBACK exhaust, just do test pipes and a YPIPE. Then if you like that sound, you can always graduate to maybe a mid-pipe and or AXLEBACK. It's really up to you. Journey. So is running mixes of E85 long-term bad for the car, or would you have to upgrade injectors over time? Journey, I've been doing E30 mixes for probably almost 2 years now. I mean, I still run 93 every day, but I haven't had any issues from my own personal experience. What most people do in the common practice is after they run mixes of E30, after a while, what they do is they'll add a full tank of either 91 or 93, a full tank, and just let that clean out the system just in case. But from what I know, no one's really having any issues running E30 consistently. Well, I welcome Hulk. Though I had a QX80, but had to sell it due to major cut in pay. I was very sad. The QX80 is a very nice truck, but it's been using the same body for probably over 10 years now. Jamil, recommendation for good air intakes. Jamil, you have to tell me what kind of car it is. Joseph, yeah, it's only $15 from Infinity. Okay, Boost, what tires do you like for the 3.0T? At Joseph, you gotta get tires for your need, not for your wants. So if you know that you need tires because they go in bulk, try to get something that you can afford. I would still always recommend Continental brands and/or Michelin brands because they're pretty good. But guys, you follow my channel, like I would love to get some really expensive tires, but at $1,200, they're a bit too much. So I would just say look and see what brands are really good out there. There's so much reviewers out there on YouTube that review all the tires that you probably want, and there's online reviewers too for whenever you want to purchase, let's say from Tire Rack. So just go off of that and just pick for whatever your how much you get paid for. Joseph, I'm talking about the difference between Red Sport 3.0T Luxe, exhaust and coolant. All right, Joseph. Yeah, to be honest, okay. I guess Joseph, you're asking me what's the difference. The camera's messing up. I guess you're asking me what's the difference between the Red Sports and or the 3.0T, the regular 3.0T. One, it has an air oil cooler, but also the 3.0T has that too. It has one extra water pump for the heat exchangers. The 3.0T Sport does not have that. Okay, it has a different final drive, so its final drive is pretty much a little shorter, so it should have quicker acceleration. What was the other thing? It still has the turbo sensors, but that doesn't really add in performance. Usually you get the diamond stitch leather. You don't really get that on 3.0T Sport. You get the red sport wheels, and I think that was it. There wasn't really much else that the red sport gets. I can't remember right now. The red sport doesn't really get anything else special. That's it. And of course the tune. That's it. But someone spoke to me and said that the transmission might have a slightly different tune, but I know that 3.0T also has a Sport Plus mode, so I don't see why it would be a difference. Miles, hey bro, I'm building a V36, yeah, for the family. I love that car. Looking to go turbo on the 4.1 stroker. Yeesh. Woo. Okay, if you want to listen, the thing about us getting these older cars now is it's a lot more affordable to purchase the car. They've been out for a while, and also it's cheaper and easier to find these motors. So he wants to stroke it out. I don't see why not, bro. Hopefully not an NA build. You trying to do an NA build if you're stroking it out, or you trying to build it for low compression? NA Laker, how do you guys pass New York State inspection with low downpipes? I haven't never had any issue. Most inspection stations in New York City, at least the ones I go to, they just want to make sure you have no codes and you have no tints. That's I mean, they still check the taillights and stuff to see if they really work. So it's easy. They don't have to put your car in the lift and do all this other nonsense. But I don't know. Everyone's a little different. Brian, what about two heat exchangers? Okay, yeah, that's what I had answered that already. Any advice? Okay, yeah. Oh, you had asked for advice on the stroker kit. No, I actually don't have any advice on stroking out the 3. I would assume the 3.5 HR motor. I wouldn't have any advice, any way to send you in a direction. Just this information's out here already. Just I would just say Google it and or join a lot of these I would say performance pages on Facebook, because these guys have probably already did it already and they have plenty of any old information. Okay, Llama. Miles said, okay, cool. Give me a second, guys. Okay, thank you, Boost. Your videos help us out a lot and we enjoy. Stay safe. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Joseph, my friend was talking to me about the engine swap in the DC from the 2.0T, and he has a 2.0T Sport. What do you think? I think he should get rid of the 2.0T. They discontinued the 2.0T after 2020, so I don't see why he should keep the car. It's not an Infinity. It's not an Infinity. Just like the Supra is not a freaking Toyota. It is a BMW. It is a BMW. So I'm just saying that. That's all I'm saying. The Q50, yeah, it's a Q50 with a Mercedes motor. I'm just saying. I'm not. But if he really wants to modify the car, there are a few performance chips out there or boost controllers out there on the market for the 2.0T. So tell him to look into it. And I do think there is like 1 or 2 companies that make downpipes and exhaust, from what I can see. I remember I researched it like maybe a year ago. But there's not really that much options, and you don't really gain that much power. The turbo is like really small. All right. Okay, yo, Boost just bought a Q50. Okay, cool. What's going on, James? What's up, brother? All right, Jamil. 2017 3.0T Sport, Sport or Red Sport. I'm looking at either at this point. Just want to know where intakes are good. Okay. I would say get a 3.0T Sport. You probably was watching this video already. Get a 3.0T Sport because sooner or later you're gonna want to get the car tuned. If you know you're gonna want to get the car tuned down the line, just get the 3.0T Sport because you're gonna get everything that you need. That's almost in a Red Sport. Okay, just get it. If you know that you just want to have 400 horses and you're not really gonna modify the car, do anything, get a Red Sport. That's what I'm gonna say. And air intakes, I'm still with AMS intakes, but if I was going to do it again, I probably wouldn't even get air intakes. I would actually stay on stock air intakes, maybe with like a dry filter and maybe some burger tuning inlets at the most. I'm not saying the AMS intakes aren't good, like they don't add performance. It's just that they're pretty priced to pay, and I could have spent that somewhere else. Just saying. All right. Give me a second, guys. I'm going through the comments. Joxo, hey man, just wanted to say I love your channel. Appreciate that. I'm currently trying to decide between JB4 and ECU Tech Tune. At the start of the video, like I already stated, if you know that you want to get the most out of this car later down the line, at some point, don't get the JB4. Just don't waste your time. Get your bolts on, get your lower downpipes, get your CATBACK exhaust, get your intakes, get your heat exchanger, and once you get all that stuff together, then you take it to your tuner or you get the car tuned remotely. That is my recommendation. The JB4 is really good to use on a stock car, and it's really good to use on a car that has some bolt-ons. It's perfectly fine. But for you to be the fastest, or pretty much the fastest, you have to get a tune. If you want to be quick, you get the JB4. And plus, it's a lot more intuitive. The JB4 is just a boost controller, guys, that are watching. It's just a boost controller. Always remember that. ECU Tech is a full-fledged tune from some computer hacker. but in all seriousness, though, that's my recommendation. All right. Appreciate the page, Jamel. Okay, cool. And also, you said rear-wheel drive. That car is going to be spinning. Miles, 4.1 turbo. Oh, so yeah, low compression motor, Miles. But what's the point of stroking it out on 4.1? I don't see, if you're going turbo, then what's the point of stroking out? The only reason you're doing it is so that you can have beefier rods and pistons. That's all I'm thinking. Because if you're already splitting it open, you might as well stroke it out. That's the only way I'm thinking about it. What's going on, Daily Q50? What's up, man? All right. How much? Oh, I got a few people in here. I got like 41 people watching, man. Hit the like button for me, guys. Come on. Come on, hit the like. The like button really helps this channel. It helps me so much. You guys don't even understand that it gives me my channel more exposure. And when I get more exposure, I can do more things and help. Peter, I saw your video on spacers. Okay, great video. With 19s in stock height, would you say 25 will be flush? Yes, Peter. If you're on 19s, 25 millimeters should be pretty flush on stock height. I know I was lowered, so I was doing about, I think, 32 millimeters to 35 millimeters. Was looking at STILLEN supercharger, but I feel like I can build another VQ. STILLEN supercharger is too expensive, man. You can go rear mounted turbo or maybe build your own turbo kit for way cheaper than that. You just need a good welder. Once you get a good welder, that's all you need. What, he's gonna charge you what, $1,500, $2,000 in welding? Ooh, you're probably still gonna save at least maybe $2 grand, $2-3 grand from just buying a supercharger kit. Derek, do trace control being on have anything to do with premature wear? Yes, Derek. For everyone who's watching, if you have a Q50, Q60, even G37, and 370Z, pretty much damn near any Infinity. If you ever notice your rear brakes go out really fast, like they wear really quick, it's because the way the traction control system and ABS is set up, whenever you take off, it uses the brake system to pretty much stop. It's an open diff, so it tries its best to limit the amount of slip you would get. That's just its own way to have like a fake limited slip, and it's always wearing out the rear brakes. So if you have a Q50, Q60, in your control, you can actually turn the active trace off. that actually saves some of the life of the rear brakes. You're still gonna go through brakes a little quicker than usual, but not as quick as if you have active trace control on. All right, let me see. Give me a second, guys. Well, I gotta speed up on these questions. All right. Hating on supers. Ha ha. I'm going to tune my Silver Sport. Do you think it's better Biscotti or AMS? Biscotti's been in the community for a long time. Haven't personally met him. Haven't personally met him. Only spoke to him in forums from years ago. He's tuned a lot of cars, and he was one of the first people on the VR30 platform. But now he's banging with supers mainly. So he was one of the first people making fast cars. I don't see why not. As long as he's charging you a good price, and/or what you need also is not only when you buy and get the car tuned, does he give you support for a specific amount of weeks or months later? So let's say like 2 months later, like, yo, I got this issue. The car feels a little weird. Can you take a look at my data logs? If he says $200, then it sucks. You know what I'm saying? It's nice that they at least just look over a few things a few months or a few weeks later to make sure the car is running right. AMS, they don't really do that. They pretty much charge you after a specific amount of weeks just to look at data logs. So it's up to you. But AMS is really good, and Biscotti, from what I was told, is very good. Give me a second, guys. I gotta speed up. Whew. Okay. All right. Do I need a secondary water pump if I want to run Mishimoto heat exchanger along with the stock heat exchanger? At Devin, I'm not gonna say you shouldn't. I'm just gonna sit there and say it's definitely a plus. A lot of people are tuned that don't have a red sport, and they're doing pretty fine with just one heat exchanger water pump. But if you have two, it just makes the system more efficient. That's honestly it. So if you want to do it, do it. If you want to get the most performance out your car, I would say do it. Miles, I'm really looking to turn the family car into something fun. On my M3, when I was catless, I couldn't get the O2 monitors ready. I got it to pass, but I had to do the Nexus. Okay. But my bro just got a Q50. He's thinking about downpipes, and I hope he could pass. He shouldn't run into any issues. If you have a VR30, we have two cats. We have the upper cat and the lower cat. From what all these companies that changed out the lower downpipe to their aftermarket one, you still will pass because you still have a cat that pretty much cleans up the combustion gases, and you should still not have any check engine light. The few people who have gotten check engine lights with a very small amount is usually because they either damaged the oxygen sensor during installation and/or there was an exhaust leak somewhere. But majority of the time, you shouldn't get into it, or they had bad fuel. But you shouldn't run into any issues. All right. Rob Les, what's going on, man? I need to go back, man. I need to go back down to Atlanta, man. Thanks for the advice, brother Joseph. Any about buying a used Q50? Should I go to Infinity Dealer, used dealer, private, or CPO? Also, I should look at a Q50 pre-owned. Wow, Joseph, you asked a great amount of questions. But I do appreciate you very, very, very much. CPO is going to cost the most, but you may get a warranty. If you guys are worried about warranty, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, if you are worried about a warranty, you shouldn't modify the car, because it's this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to pay to play. If it was up to me, I would say CPO or Infinity dealership. If it's a 3.7, it doesn't matter. 3.7s, it doesn't matter. You can get it from any one of those places. That car runs great if it's a Q50. Even a G37, like, like 2012 and up. I'm not saying that older ones may not have some issues, but it shouldn't be too bad. Jordan White. Jordan, what's going on, man? A fantasy question. VR38 swapping Q60. The sexy looks of a Q60. Oh, yeah, that would be so gorgeous. But guess what? We have a baby GTR motor. It's derived from that motor. So I don't really see, the only sense I really see getting a V38 is just for its transmission, that clunky dual clutch. But yo, if you modify this car with some E85 or you change out the turbos, 500 to 550 wheel daily isn't bad. I'm just saying that's all GTR territory that are tuned too. So just saying. Miles, exactly. Just another 200K miles decade without buying a Q50. Daily Q50. Got my uppers today. Ordered YPIPE cutouts today. By the way, QTP asked if the community would like for them to make a bolt-on YPIPE plus cutout part. I'm too tired today. Gonna make the post tomorrow. All right, Daily Q50. Hit me up on IG to talk about that. If you got an Instagram, you already know the add me at, because I don't know if a lot of people would buy that YPIPE, but I don't see why they wouldn't. That would be pretty cool. Zach, if I add JB4 and 6 psi boost, does 1 psi equal 10 horsepower? No, Zach, that's not how it works. 1 horsepower does not 1 psi does not give you a certain amount of power. This is not how it works at all. No, that's just not how it works. I don't even know how to break it down for you. That's just not how it works. All I would say is, if you have a, let me see if you say what kind of car you have. Zach, if you have like a red sport, just stick between map 1 and 2. If you're on 93 fuel stock, if you have a 3.0 T, 3.0 T guys, the 300 horsepower guys. If you're on 91 fuel, just stick between 1 and 4 or 1 and 3, because the JB4 updated its firmware recently. So if you don't have version 8, it's a lot different than the rest of the versions. But if you have version 8, stick between 1 and 3. If you have the other versions, stick between 1 and 5. But if you have 91 or 93 fuel, you can go to map 7 right out the gate, and then you can start playing with map 6 a little bit. Play with +8s, +7s, and +8s. Joseph, what firm? Wait, Joseph, hold on. What firmware should I run on my JB4? I just stated. The newer version is 8. It's like version 8 or something like that. They changed up all the maps now. So like 1 through 6 is just PSI, and I think 7 and 8 is something slightly different now with MEF and everything. Philip, love your content. I have an M37. What would you do anything to it? Yeah, Philip, there's a few exhaust systems, like 1 or 2 exhaust systems on the market. You can do test pipes. They're interchangeable with the G37 and 370Z or high flow cats. And then, there's other things. You can put coilovers on the car. You can add wheels. You can change the sport bumpers. You can do a lot with that car. It's just like the G37. It's just that intakes, there's not many intakes primarily for it. You can use G37 intakes, but most people just elongated them just to come farther so they could go behind the grill. Bradford, what's going on, man? What is up? Oh my God. I'm not burning no chicken tonight. Yo, Bradford is making fun of me, man. Yeah, I'm not burning no chicken tonight. Yo, guys, if you don't already add me at boostinmotion on IG, I go live there a lot more than I go here. Boostinmotion IG. It's just something I do. It's a lot easier to go on IG. Even though IG's not paying me, it's just a lot easier to go there. James, and also check out Bradford White's channel. He has an Ultima channel in Nissan family here, so definitely represent and check out his channel. James, would you recommend just updating the YPIPE and keeping the rest stock? Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. James, it wouldn't make sense just to do YPIPE, because the YPIPE is right after the CAT and it's right before the MIDPIPE. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to change any performance. It's kind of waste money. And will it cause any issues with drone? No, it won't cause any issues with drone, but you may get a little bit of the bees and the can noise. That actually does happen, James. Rocky, hey, what's up? It's so slow, KDM, what spark plug does everyone use? NGK. That's from what I know, one of the most common spark plugs that everyone uses. I guess Nissan, that's just what they use, NGK. Devin, do timers prefer having a upgraded fuel pump? Is it mandatory for running optimal boost? No, it's not mandatory, Devin, to have what do you mean, fuel pump? Oh, no, it's not mandatory for you to have a fuel pump. It's when you start on the stock fuel system, from what I know, using the JB4 on stock tune, and when you start pushing, let's say 20, 21 psi, the car will start to choke, because the stock fuel system is trying to just dump a lot of fuel because it always wants a rich mixture, and the car will start to hiccup. So it's not necessarily that the stock fuel system can't handle it. It's just that the stock tune makes you deliver too much fuel. That's why when you get tuned, you're not really going to have any fueling issue, because they don't add so much fuel onto specific RPM and PSI. Hey, what's going on, Dominico? What's going on, man? Hey, Boost, now that the Nissan thing offers, do you think the Black S is dead? Of course I think the Black S is dead. I mean, God's been asking me that for like a year now, because Look what's going on right in the world right now. And now we don't have money to buy that, and Nissan is doing so terrible on their own cash. They don't have the type of money to throw at a Black S right now. I would see them they'll bring the 340Z before the Black S, because they can just take the Q60 platform and just change up the outside body moldings to the 400Z and then sell it to us. That's just how it usually is. It's the same chassis. Okay, Miles, 2012 and up, definitely. I thought they'll building the engine. Okay, cool. Philip. Okay, Philip Cross. All right, cool. He says message was retracted. Brian, if you put two bigger turbos in the red sport, do you have to put wastegates and blow valve? Our wastegates are built in on our turbos, so we don't have to do that. And blow valve. Blow valve is not. I'm not saying it's not necessary. It's necessary. I think you should always have a blow valve if the car is financed. If it's leased, don't do it. But if it's finance, do it, because you're gonna have the car, and I don't see a problem in having that extra preventative measure. Red Sport 818. What's going on, man? So if I take trace control off, will I be spinning out? And no, you won't be spinning out. You still have ABS. You still have ABS, bro. You're not gonna spin out, but you're still gonna spin out because you're rear drive, unfortunately. But you're not gonna spin out. He says also I put 285 in the back to help me, but there's anything else I can do to recommend? Yes, other than LSD, you can get maybe traction arms. There's a few companies that make traction arms and door control, rear lower control arms, traction arms, and tow arms. Usually you can adjust that so that can prevent you from getting into any wheel hop, because you guys don't launch your car. Sometimes you'll have wheel lock on the stock arm, so you can go with an upgraded one. That's the only thing else I can think of other than the LSD. Joseph, I like your channel. By the way, I used to sell Infinities, but growing up, I didn't know Infinity. Now I'm a big fan. Oh, man, you used to sell them, but you didn't like them. Peter, I saw a video of a Q50 all drive cars to disconnect the cable in the trunk to make road drive. What is the downside of doing that? Peter, I think I made like 2 videos on that already. So on my channel, guys, I already made videos about that already. In my mind, theoretically, I don't see why it would really cause an issue with the front diff. Reason being is everything's coupled with fluid. There's no like really physical connection other than transfer case, which is all fluid driven. But when you unhook it, it just disengages. So all the power just sent to the rear. The only issue I can really see you doing that is you're burning a lot of tires up, and it is an open diff, so it's not like all wheels are going to be spinning. And also you shouldn't drive with it like that because your rear tail lights are off, so no one's going to know you're braking. But yeah, if you just want to just go for 2-3 minutes, have some fun, and do burnout, I don't see a problem with it. Just go have your fun and then turn the car back off and plug it in and turn it back on, and it'll go away. 1 second, guys. Skyman, what do I need if I want some popping and maybe some flames? I'm stock right now, and can I avoid check engine lights, I assume, or CECs? Skyman, you're gonna have to, if you're VR30, you're gonna have to add at least full downpipes. You can do it on lower downpipes, but I recommend doing it on full downpipes. I don't like full downpipes, but because you're asking me a question about popping flames, I'm just telling you what you have to do. Full downpipes, you're gonna have to then get like a muffler delete, at least a muffler delete. And I don't mean like, I'm talking about muffler delete, like no muffler. And then you should be able to pop back flames once you get tuned. You're gonna have to get tuned for it. If you're 3.7, all you need is test pipes and once again a muffler delete at least, and then a tune. The tuners are all gonna be the people who are gonna give you flames and pops and bangs and all that. But you have to go to a tuner. Skyman. Flea, what's the latest on RT turbos? I don't know. I haven't chose what turbos I'm getting yet. Miles, we'll be seeing each other around. We both in New York. Okay, Miles. Man, I was supposed to have a meet in NYC, but look what happened. So once this stuff clears up, I'm gonna just start setting up the meets and everything like that. And hopefully I get to see some of you guys who live close to the tri-state area. Zach, if I got a Red Sport with an intake exhaust from Stillen with the JV4 on NAV 3, which is 21 PSI, I believe on 93 fuel, how much horsepower do you think I get? If MAV 3 is on version 8, map 3 is probably +6, from what I remember, at Zach. And +6 will probably bring you to 19 and 20 PSI. It depends on how the car is reacting to it and your fuel you're using and the elevation and everything like that. But how much wheel horsepower would that be? Well, the JB4 site, I'm just only going off the JB4 site, you should be somewhere right around 420 wheel horsepower, 410 at the lowest. This is on 93 fuel. This is if you're bolt on and exhaust and everything. 420-ish, but that's about it. Maybe higher. I don't know. I can't tell you that. I wouldn't know. But from what I can see from the JB4 site and other people who had the JB4 and tune their cars, right around 420. Got a few texts. Also, guys, hey, you should definitely check out some of the merch. You know, I have a phone case right here, and I also have a Boostin Motion hoodie. But definitely check that stuff out below. But anyways, whew, all right. Let me see. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I forgot where I was at. Philip, respect, bro. Okay, cool. Joseph, one of the issues I heard was Black S and Nissan's trying to do Nissan's cars first, not Infiniti. Of course they try to, because Nissan makes the money. Nissan makes all the money, so they have to revamp all those cars. That's where they cash cow from. They'll get to Infiniti when they get to Infiniti. Devin, if I get tuned after several bolt-ons and making over 400 horsepower or 400 wheel horsepower, I would assume, should I be worried about rear axles? I'm rear drive and just saw it had some issues. My axle issue was because I was lowered and my engine mounts were broken, so that's why I kept on running into issues, and I had a controller when I was going out. Not too many people run into rear axle problems at all unless they're slammed, like 370Z guys. Like I'm talking about slammed. And you shouldn't break a rear axle unless you go to the track and you probably have 550 pounds of torque and you got the stickiest slicks on your car. That's the way I can see your axle probably breaking. Or if you're like drifting and doing some stupid nonsense and hit a curb. All right. Joseph, what's the difference of the 3.5 and 3.7? Why do you see a big difference? Well, two different motors. Well, displacement. That's actually the biggest thing. Displacement and also the intake manifold and tuning. Honestly, that's from what I know. Anything else deeper, I really honestly don't know. But yeah, displacement, tuning, and probably a different cam profile too. I doubt they have the same cam, so probably a different cam profile. But they're relatively similar, and also the intake manifold is slightly different. Babacar, what would you look for if there was a revised V30? More reliability, increased displacement, or are you fine with the engine and want a better transmission and chassis? That is a good question, brother. I do appreciate that very, very much. So what his question is basically, if Infiniti probably came to me and was like, hey, Boost, what was the one thing you want to do for us to change on this VR30? Honestly, I would say more efficient turbos. I think that's really it. More efficient turbos, because now knowing when these cars get tuned after right around 5,000 RPM, there's no way to keep the power keep going up. The only way for you to keep making power from 5,000 and up is either one, E85 tune, or two, you change out the turbos and you go with a more efficient turbine and a wheel in the turbo. So once I saw that, I'm like, Infiniti just came out with a better turbine. That's it. If they would have just came out a better turbine, we would have made consistent power all the way to red line. And this is just on 93 fuel stock or tuned. But if you're an 85 tuned or you change to upgraded turbos, you make power all the way to red line, which is good. That's a whole other car. I like that question. That was a good question, man. Scrape says, I just tuned my car by AMS. Holy shit, it's fast. 100%. It's pretty quick. Other tuners are going to give you fast cars too. Just want to say that too. Red Sporting, do you have plans? When is it safe to come out to Cali? Yes, Red Sporting, I still want to come to Cali. But at this moment, I gotta be on. Everyone's on stalemate. I was trying to plan to go in different states this month. Yeah, I wanted to go to Atlanta in May. I don't know when I wanted to go to LA yet, but I wanted to go to LA somewhere in the summertime, because from what I was told, in LA it's either hot or it's raining. So I wanted to go when it was kind of like right in between the middle. But at this point, I gotta wait, man. I gotta wait. Okay, Henry. Hey, I'm in the Bronx, and I just ordered full high flow cat downpipe, smart heat exchanger, blower valve. So my question is, AMS or Viscotti? Okay, ooh, that's a different question. I'm gonna tell you right now, out of those two, I would say AMS. Because I'm not saying Viscotti's bad. It's just that knowing that you just want it immediately, like you're gonna get. I gotta say about AMS, they have the car, their own shop car. They have this car for years, so they know everything about the VR30 community. I'm just being fair to them. They know everything about it. Viscotti had this car years ago, and then he got rid of it. But he was one of the first people to turn on this car too. But he's moved on to other platforms and other projects. So I'm not saying that he cares about it as much anymore. I don't know exactly what Viscotti is doing anymore. He's still a good dude from what I was told, but I don't know God personally. But I would say AMS because based on the parts you're going with, once you tell them that, they're gonna send you a few maps and you're gonna enjoy the car. You can also try B-Tune Performance. You can also try Specialty Z, Z1 Motorsports, and there's a few other companies out there too that do tuning. So it's not only AMS out there. Just want to be fair. Joseph, come out to San Diego soon. I don't think I'm gonna go to San Diego. I would love to go to San Diego, but when I go to Cali, I'm definitely going to LA first because tourist spot. Sup, Master. Okay, was thinking about getting a 3.0 Q60. Should I get the standard 3.0 or red sport? If you can, at Sup, Master, try to get a 3.0T Sport Q60. I believe they might have got rid of that model for the 2020 year. But if you could get an older model and look for a 3.0T Sport, reason being is you get the same features in the red Sport, you just don't have the tune. It's fine, fine. But if you want to if you don't want to modify the car at all, get a red Sport. That's what I would say. If you don't want to modify the car at all, just get a red Sport. Was wondering if the red sport was worth the price difference. Yeah, okay, or just tune the other one. Yeah, if you're gonna tune it, then yeah, 3.0T Sport full. Did you hear about the new Infiniti exhaust? It seems to be loud. No, I didn't. I actually didn't hear about it, Joseph. Nissan is restructuring to a smaller company as per the news. Let's hope that it means better quality. I don't know if it's gonna be better quality, but right now Nissan's gonna have to literally squeeze every penny out. I just think that cars are boring. Like they're just good. I gotta say they're just good A to B cars, but they're not like anything that you rush to the dealership to get. Like, oh, I'm gonna go get the new Ultima. I'm gonna get the new Sentra. Like when you go to a Toyota dealership, you're like, yo, I'm about to get the new Camry. Like, and you mean it. Like you really honestly mean it. And I don't know, like just Nissan lost that what it was before. I don't know. Maybe ever since they introduced that damn CVT transmission, I don't like that transmission. Like I don't like it. Um, that's my opinion. Joseph, okay, cool. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Devin, is the new AW1 Catch Cam version 3? I think worth it. No. At Devin, just get the regular version 3. Don't get the 3.3. The version 3.3 is just, to me, it's a waste of money, and they just wanted to just make more money. That's what I'm saying. I see that you have run a breather line over there. Intake looks like it's more involved. Yes, it's definitely more involved. What are your thoughts on upcoming Nissan Z? What do you expect? As I might have said earlier, in a few other lives, the new 400Z, in my opinion, this is my opinion, guys who are watching, the 400Z should have the VR30. That's what most of the tablets are saying. I believe they're gonna not have the 7-speed. But there's a 9-speed transmission in the Titan, which is pretty much one of the newest transmission Nissans have on their lineup. So I don't see why they wouldn't adapt that same transmission to the 370Z unless it's just too big to incorporate. But I would see them moving to the 9-speed automatic. Do I see them making it manual? I doubt it, but you never know. If they make it manual, they can also get those few buyers that might traditionally go to other auto manufacturers that want a sports roadster. They might be like, you know what? That's a 400 horsepower car with twin turbos and a 60 manual. So that even that 5 to 10% of people who get manual would probably rush over to Nissan just for that alone. Because Not everybody wants a Toyota Supra, and Toyota Supras are really small. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been in those cars. It's really small. Okay, cool. Okay, 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay. Tuning, those great. I don't Tech tuning. Not too familiar with them at all, so I don't know any of them. If you have Tech near you, you should recommend. Yeah, I don't know who Tech is. Hey, Boost, you ever have plans to come to the West? Yes, like I said a little earlier. Some of the places I want to visit out west is LA. Kind of southwest, I would say, is Dallas. That's just some of the spots I just want to just poke at, but not too many other. I mean, maybe even Sacramento. It all depends on how cheap these flights are, guys. Like, I mean, I'm putting up my own money to go to some of these places. That's number one. But number two, if I was a bigger YouTube channel, I would be more okay with flying because I would ride it under the business. Like, yeah, I have this YouTube thing under as a business, so I still have to be careful where I spend my money. And at the end of the day, like, I don't want to go broke. But yeah, I definitely want to come out west and then south and everything. I definitely want to meet a lot of you guys because you guys are cool, man. You guys are cool. I'm telling you, if you don't have me on boostinmotion already on IG, I get all the questions there. You guys talk to me. You guys check up on me, and I like that. I like that. YouTube is not the same. Like, you guys watch me and everything. Now I try to put up consistent videos for you guys. But I gotta say that the IG family, those guys, I love them, man. I love y'all too, but the boostinmotion IG family, I really got respect for those dudes, man. They always check up on me, man. But anyways, 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. Hey, Boost and West. All right. Nope. Still have the reason that you don't see because Infinity is because of better lease deals, and you can still find people on T Sport. I'm looking for a staggered setup. What square wheels? Wheels, not rims, bro. Wheels, but the tires are staggered. I've had staggered wheels on my last Q50. It was a 9.5 in the front and 10.5 in the rear. What I chose to do, you're gonna laugh at me. I just chose to get the same size all the way around. So I went with it was a 9.5. I went with a 255/40 or 245/40 in the front, and I just put 240. No, it was 255/35 in the front and 255/35 in the rear. So it was a little bit stretched in the rear, but I didn't have any issues. But it's just that the tire profile is gonna look a little stretched on the wheel. So, okay, cool. Can you make a 3.0T fast with just a tune? Of course, Gavin. Yeah, but it'll be a waste because if you get a tune, right, EQ tune, you'll probably tune for like 400 wheel. That's it. But if you would have got lower downpipes, you probably made like 415, 420. And if you got a heat exchange, you probably made 430, 445, or 440. You see what I'm saying? Both tones make the turbos more efficient, and heat exchangers make the car more consistent. That actually rhymed. I should put that on a shirt. But anyways, but yeah. What's the best fitment for a G37? When I have my sedan, my blue one, you guys don't even know about the blue one I had. A 4-door, I would say anything 9.5 to 10 with like a plus 45 to a plus 35 offset. If you want to start having it poke from the body of the car, I'm talking about the car's lowered. Then you go with like a 30, 25, of 25 to 30 offset, and then you go like a 10.5. But that might stretch a little bit. But if you're stock height, honestly, anything over like 50 to 45 offset on like a 9.5 or 10. Like a 9.5 to 10 on like a 45, 50 offset. And if it's a coupe, GTR fitment, you can do if you're lower, you can do 10 plus 25 all the way around and 10.5. Okay, Joseph, what do you know about the diesel? Nope, don't know nothing about the diesel, bro. From Europe, the 2.2, I believe. I know nothing about it. I just saw a private sale ad for the Q50. It came from England, so someone shipped the diesel over here, unless they have it in Canada. Okay, cool. Wow, I actually asked a lot of those questions. Woo! Oh God. What's going on, everybody? So, wow, we're about, what, an hour in now? Yeah. So, let me give you guys some updates on the channel. Number one, I got to say is thank you guys for always viewing my channel, viewing my videos, consistently hitting the like button. Also, always comment. Do that too. I don't care if you're just saying what's up. Like some of you guys just say what's up, just do it. It helps this channel. I'm one of the only. There's a lot of okay. Let me also be fair here because I also want to give this respect to other Infinity channels. There's only a few of us out there. So if you guys know other Infinity channels on there, subscribe to their channel, check out their content. If you like it, comment below on their videos and like it too. Speed Cultures, one of my favorite brothers, he hit me up about almost 2 years ago, said, yo, bro, I like what you're doing with the channel. I want to do the same thing. And now he has his own channel and has grew up too. My boy Enthusiast POV, formerly known as Midwest Hoonigan, his channel, same thing. We started right around the same time. So just try to support other Infinity Nissan channels because we're not Mopar channels. Mopar channels get 100, 200, 500 grand subscribers, a bunch of likes, and a bunch of support from the community. But Infinity, we have one of the most, in the Japanese market, we are one of the leading people for horsepower, doing the most. Our 350Zs, 370Zs, Gs, we're everywhere. But it seems like on this platform, YouTube, we're like one of the smallest, and it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. That's all I'm saying. So just try to support other YouTubers out there and go out there and look for them. I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of other good YouTubers out there that have good information, and I just want them to do good too. We all can eat on this. We all can eat. Sorry for ranting about that. Okay. All right. Journey says, in your opinion, what's the better? Because you said there will be the same power 3.0 to the rest. Yes. Which one do I think is better at Journey? Well, you already have the car, but if you could purchase it again, 3.0T Sport in the Q50, they still make that car because it comes with all the suspension components, almost everything performance-wise, except for a shorter final drive and extra water pump for the heat exchanger. That's it. But and of course the power bump because of the tuning that it comes from factory. But 3.0T Sport because you literally get the whole package, the look and everything. You get everything. And once you tune both cars, they make the same exact power. So it's like you saved at least maybe $5,000 to $10,000 just going with a 3.0T Sport. And that's if you know you're gonna tune the car down the line. Oh, Gavin, I want to get a 3.0T and make it fast, but I don't want to go crazy and make it unreliable. Like I'm thinking about downpipe exhaust tune. Okay, really kind of want to make it shoot flames. At Gavin, like I said, if you want to make the car shoot flames, you can. But because you're saying that you want it to shoot flames, but you're not saying that you really want to do it. What I'm gonna say is this: you have to go full downpipes to start shooting flames because you're gonna get tuned for it. You're gonna get tuned to shoot flames, so you'll have to go full downpipe. But what I would say is this: when you go start shooting flames and pops and burbles and all that stuff, you're gonna start to carb up and pretty much damage the oxygen sensors. And also, it's a lot of black soot coming out the back exhaust, and it's gonna get in your bumper, and it just smells really bad and it stinks, and you're not gonna like that. And also, from what I've been told from tuners, because you have no back pressure on the turbines. Let's say if you're racing the car and beating on it, there's no way for you to slow down the turbines because once they overboost or surge, it's hard to slow them down. But when you have a little bit of back pressure, it kind of keeps the turbines from spinning too fast. All right, that was a good question. A little bit. Jay Taylor, what's going on, man? I'm about to pull the trigger on a set of 18. What size spaces do I need to make a baby K fit? Jay Taylor, I would not be able to tell you. That is one of the hardest questions in the car world. Will these wheels fit? The best thing I could tell you is try to find that wheel on a Q50, Q60, G37, 370Z, 350Z with a BBK. If you can find those wheels on any of those cars I listed with the BBK, then you know they clip because we all have the same architecture when it comes to the BBK. That's the best I can tell you. Jordan White, where did the rivalry between VR30s and 392s come from? Yo, Jordan. Oh my God. You've been following this channel for quite a while. Okay, cool. There's no rivalry between 392s and VR30s. I'm not saying it's fictional, but here's what I gotta say personally. One of the reasons why I got the twin turbo Q50 because I had the regular 3.7 is because a white 392 kept on giving it to me at stoplight. And I was so upset. I gave him respect because it was a nice 392, but he just kept on beating on me. The thing is, I got it on him, but he always pulled me in, and and it just hurt. It hurt my feelings. So when I was looking to get the Q50 3.0T, I also looked at a Destroyer Gray, I believe, Destroyer Gray 392 optioned out. And I was gonna be a Mopar guy after my last Q50, but I made the choice to jump into this car. That's where my own personal thing came from with the whole 392. But honestly, 392s are quick, but I just don't understand the ego where it says, "Oh yeah, I got a 485 horsepower car. There's no way that Q50 could beat my car." And I'm just like, how? You're 4,500 pounds. I have about 500 pounds less than you. And also, when I'm tuned, I have a better uh, uh, weight you know what I mean, horsepower to weight ratio, pretty much horsepower to weight ratio. I have a better one, so I'm gonna do better than you, pretty much. That's it. Power to weight, there you go, power to weight ratio. And from then on, it's just some people just have too much egos, and I don't know, I don't understand that. Like, they just think that they can't get beat by a Q50, which is weird. I don't know. Let me. I thought I was on that question too long. Just bought my boost motion pull over. What's going on, man? Appreciate that, man. He retracted it. Oh, Jay Taylor, yeah, I could do that all over gravel sport over the premium. What test pipes would I recommend? There's plenty of test pipes on the market, and from the cheap to most expensive. All I would say is this: stay away from test pipes with flex sections. Flex sections. It will crack, and you're gonna get mad. And you're gonna say, "Boost, you ain't shit. You should have told me that." So I'm letting you know. Stay away from test pipes with flex sections. You can get it with the resonated. You get resonated test pipes, so they're pretty fine. There's usually ones that look like bulbs, but the flex sections look like little tiny wires interweaved. Those crack, so stay away from that. But all test pipes, I gotta sit and tell you, they all are created equal in the sense of power. They all no test pipe is gonna make more horsepower than the next one. Just that with test pipes, some of them have they're resonated and they give a different sound to bring down some of the exhaust note a little bit. So that's what I can tell you. So my recommendation, just Google it, YouTube it, and see which one has the best sound with the CATBACK exhaust you would like to go with. That's my opinion. 1 second, guys. Okay, thanks, Gavin. Okay, what's your wheel size and suspension? Because I love your fitment. At Gavin, you can check my Boost Motion site, Instagram. I have it there. But for everyone who wants to know my fitment, I am on BC Racing coilovers. You could be also on drop springs or any other coilover. They're all the same when it comes to height and stuff like that. But my fitment is 10.5 all the way around, 19 inch and 10.5 all the way around. I am on natural camber, which means that the car lowered and wherever the camber sits, that's where I adjusted and left it at. So just got the car line. Excuse me, and the offset is 35. So I'm pretty much almost GTR fitment, but I'm about 10 millimeters more tucked into the wheel well of the car. 10. If I was a plus 25, that would be GTR fitment. And let me see what else here. And also 250, 540, 19. So the tires are not stretched, but they're just a little bit stretched. All right. Okay, cool. Would you buy another brand? At Dario. Explain what you mean. Would you buy another brand? Laura. Okay. Should I replace the whole transmission or just replace the TCM? Wait, what? What? Wait. What's going on? Why are you changing transmissions? What's going on? Did I miss a question there? Let me go back. You said what? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Why are you changing transmissions, bro? And TCM, it don't make no sense. Tony, I lowered my Q on TN Lowering Springs. The fitment is perfect, but over bumps, the car wobbles a little bit. No camber in the rear, but a little camber in the front. Any advice? If it's wobbling, I don't know why it's wobbling. Did you get alignment? Just double check the alignment. But one of the reasons why I say don't go with lowering springs is once you put that on stock struts, that's it. There's no way to bring the car up, raise it, adjust the dampering, nothing. You're at the whims of whatever your stock shots can do. So just get the car aligned and see if it goes away from there. That's my recommendation. If it doesn't, then that's just something you have to get used to. And watching your videos convinced me to get a Q60. Much love. All right, non-toxic S. Hopefully you have a good time, and hopefully you're having a non-toxic relationship with your Q60. So much love and respect. Yeah, guys. So once again, I made it to the end. Okay, well, to the end of the question. So what other updates can I get for the channel? So you guys already know my turbo is leaking. The car is running perfectly fine. It's just that it is leaking outside the turbo, and it's not an excessive leak, and I am watching it. It's just that over time it's going to get worse. So I'm choosing to replace the turbos with either pure or RT turbos. I'm not waiting for AMS to bring out their turbos because they're going to be really expensive, and my channel cannot afford to spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on turbos. My channel cannot do that. It's just we're just not big enough. 20,000 subscribers look nice and all. It just looks nice, and I appreciate all you guys who watch, but revenue-wise, it's just not there. So I'm gonna go one of those two turbos, whatever. 1 second, guys. Also, check out the merch and also the cell phone thing. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. And what other updates? I'm gonna end up changing the engine mounts at the same time, so I'm probably gonna go with Z1 Motorsports engine mounts. What else am I gonna do with the car while it's the turbos are out? Am I gonna go E85? Probably not when I change the turbos. I'm probably gonna keep it on 93 of fuel, even though I do have the high pressure fuel pump and the low pressure fuel pump currently in possession. It seems that a lot of people are continuing to have issues running E85 in this car at a high percentage, and I'm still uncomfortable with that, and I kind of don't want to run into those issues. I'm just worried about it. So I'm going to try to keep it on 93 for as long as I can. And once I get the second car, then maybe I'll start dabbling with the 85, because I don't want to have one car only and have issues with this car. Let me see. Okay, cool. What's your okay, cool. 1 second, guys. Okay, cool. You should shout out Jamaica Queens. Shout out Jamaica Queens, man. What's going on, man? What up? Cody, what up, man? You back to Jeremy B of Jeremy B is cool, man. I still have him on Facebook. Jeremy's cool, man. I have much love and respect for that dude. Much love and respect from known for quite a long time. Curry, what's going on, man? What's up in the chat? Why the QX50 2020? Yo, because the interior is still old, Cody. It is still old. Like, it's Infiniti, just like Nissan, same thing. They've been selling us the same cars for the longest. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because that means you really love it, but doesn't mean that they really can't just update it a lot. So it is what it is. Okay, my Q50 3.7 won't go into manual mode anymore, and it won't pass third gear in auto mode. What do you think? Is the car putting itself into safe mode? Ooh, that sounds like a transmission then. So it won't go into manual mode anymore, and it won't pass third gear in auto. Well, if it doesn't go into manual mode, mentally in my head, the only thing there is a shift linkage. You're gonna have to look for that. You're gonna have to take the car, put it on lift and everything like that, and have someone take a look at it. But even though we have autos, there is a shift linkage for us to go into park, drive, and manual mode. So maybe that shift linkage might have got damaged. It's like with a clip and or a bolt and nut. So it might have got damaged or moved around, and now it's off placement. That's the only thing I can think of mechanically. Depending on your mileage, I don't see, even if the transmission had an issue, like let's say the clutch patch was going, you should still go into manual mode with no issue. It's just that the transmission would have been slipping. The TCM, I don't see why that, but then the TCM won't stop you from going into manual mode, because if you go into manual mode and it just doesn't change, the TCM could be an issue too. The best thing I can tell you is this: gotta take it to the dealer. They're the ones who's gonna be able to take a look at everything and see what's going on. Just pay the diagnostic. They're gonna charge you $100 and something to diagnose the car, and at least they can tell you the issue. If they tell you how to change your transmission, and they like, oh, it's not under warranty, you might just have to buy a whole separate transmission because the TCM usually, you know, I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's all I can tell you. I don't want. Hopefully, it's not the transmission. I just hope it because it's expensive. No one wants to buy transmissions. No one out of their pocket. Like, come on. We're going through coronavirus and everything right now, and not a lot of money. People have money right now to throw at fixing the car. Even the little $1,200 they're giving us right now is not enough for 1 month. We need consistent money per month for the people who are unemployed because there's a lot of people that's not going to be able to afford just to live in the next few months. It's going to be crazy. Sorry for putting that out there. And for anyone who's watching right now, I just want to say if you guys have been affected by what's going on in the coronavirus and anything that's going on in the world right now, because this is a different world, just definitely hit me up at boostinmotion on IG and Facebook and boostinmotion@gmail.com if you just want someone to talk to. You know, I'll text back with you back and forth a little bit, say what's up, you know, because some of y'all losing loved ones and friends and family, and also some of you guys might lost jobs and you just might be a little stressed out. You know, sometimes you need someone to talk to. So I could be there to talk car shit with you a little bit if I'm available. Anyways, it's over. Okay, cool. Would you trade your Q50 in for a Charger Hellcat 19 straight trade, no miles? Ooh, Cody, you're funny with that one. All right. So my boy has a destroyer grade wide body Hellcat Challenger, and I love it. I love this car. I have no problem with Mopars and Dodge cars. I love that car. Love it. I think it's a gorgeous car. It has American fitment, and I mean there's a lot of panel gaps. I'm not saying Infinity's the best either, but you can clearly see that they just pieced these cars together like Play-Doh. I mean, like Mr. Potato. Straight trade. As crazy as it is, guys, I need an all-wheel drive car. It's nice knowing that I have a rear-wheel drive car that's 700 something horses or whatever, but I need all-wheel drive in my life. I love the fact that I come to a stoplight and I could take off fast. I don't want to as my boy says it, he might be watching, the mud butt. When you take off in a rear-wheel drive, you got the mud butt. I don't want to deal with that. I want to just go. And that's what I enjoy about having an all-wheel drive car, regardless of the car, just all-wheel drive car. And even my Maximo was front-wheel drive. I didn't like the little Honda thing it does. I didn't like that either, but still, I don't like the mud butt. It's because once you lose traction in the rear, you're gonna hit a people, a pole, a dog. It is what it is. I'm just saying. Would you buy another car brand? Is what I mean. Okay, cool. Is it delayed? Because I know you asked that like 5 minutes ago. Yes, I would buy another car brand, and as funny as it would be, if I had to go to another car brand, it would probably be BMW. It just honestly would be BMW. Reason being is they've made so much different options to their cars that there's a car right now for the 36 you guys watching that BMW makes that you would probably lease or buy. Just doesn't matter from X1, X2, X3, X5, X6, or M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M8, or 4-door, 2-door, hatchback. They have it all. Turbo, 4-cylinder turbo, twin turbo V8. They have it all. All-wheel drive. BMW gives you so much options. I love Audis. Audis are nice, but I think BMW is just really killing it in that game because I gotta say like this: Nissan is like the powerhouse of the Japanese market, and BMW is like the powerhouse of the European market. Like, yes, Mercedes make powerful cars, but they don't make powerful drivers' cars. You know what I'm trying to say? Audis make powerful cars too, but it's still not a driver's car. It's like it goes to the Nürburgring, even though it has some of that heritage. The BMW just hold it down. Thanks for your advice. I love your videos. Keep it up. I feel, Baker, I'm sorry, man. I really wish I could have gave you better, info. It's just that I never had that issue, and I honestly would recommend just taking it to the dealer because it shouldn't be doing that. That's terrible. Would you trade your Q50 for an S550? Nah. Nope. No, I don't care for the S560. Nah, I don't care for that. No. 90% of you going to go from Infiniti to BMW next, and sequence of events. To be honest, Cody, because they're gonna drop that new M3 and it's gonna and they stated it's gonna be all-wheel drive, a lot of people are gonna jump ship for that car that can afford it. But people already jumping ship for the 340i. The 340i is pretty much a competitor of the Q50, and you get better standard tech, about the same interior space, newer looking car, better transmission, CF8 speed, B58 motor, single turbo, easier. It's easier to work on as a motor because it's only single turbo and it's a lot more space. If you wanted to change a turbo out on the B58, it's not that hard. You don't have to drop the motor. You can literally just like move a few things out the way and unbolt the turbo and put a new turbo on. And from what I can see, the B58 with the ZF and the 340s are doing really good. They just need the upgraded fuel system like us to do, let's say, E85 and everything like that. But that car is going to be a powerhouse soon. Reckless Automotive 2017 M3, bro. I'm about to leave my 15-year-old drive for the BMW M3 and 4. If I'm feeling a little selfish, leave the kids behind, bro. I like that. 27 M3 is pretty nice. I do like the car. I've definitely raced them a few times. What I would say is it's also rear-wheel drive. I'm sorry, I just can't take the rear-wheel drive life. I can't take it. But also with that M3, I don't like the crank hub thing. The crank hub issue, if you know what I'm talking about. Once you tune, was it 2014, 2015 M3s and up? If you go on like E85, you're trying to push, I think over about right around 550 pounds of torque. They have a crank hub issue where it will go and you can lose your motor. And this is a notorious thing for anyone who's tuned because it's gonna happen. It's like it's going to happen, so you have to do it. Just like the older M3s and M5s where you have to change the rod bearings. It's happening, and you have to put money aside because it's gonna break. It's going to break. Like, all right, the VR30's turbos are gonna go at some point. We know that. That's fine. We don't know when it could. If you take good care of it, it may be 60, 70, 80,000, 100 miles, 100,000 miles. But knowing that your crank hub can go at any point, depending on your driving expertise, and then you can lose your motor, you need to do that service. And that's why I'm so scared of those specific M3s. Since you currently have AMS, low pressure, high pressure fuel pump, and since you're having those turbo issues, when AMS Nordstrom dropped their injectors, would you go with those injectors along with RT turbos and pure turbos? Well, I do have the low pressure and high pressure fuel pump. They are not currently installed because I don't want to run the E85. I can go with upgraded turbos on stock fuel system on RT turbo. So I don't need to change out the fueling unless I go on E. And also on top of that, the injectors will allow you to deliver more E85 fuel. This is just speculation, Martin. I don't know if you're in one of the groups, but it seems that a lot of the E85 issues is stemming from, I think, the quality of the fuel and also hardware issues. Because everybody who's running into injector issues usually end up losing their fuel pressure sensor. So at some point, they lose injectors, but then their fuel pressure sensor goes, or their fuel pressure sensor isn't fully bad yet, and then car is running crappy, and then they change the fuel pressure sensor, and now the car is running like a champ. So people are starting to believe that E85 may be messing with that sensor itself, and that's why the car is being thrown off about what fuel pressure it's at, and that's probably locking out the injectors. This is just all hypothesis. Please do not use what I'm saying as gospel. Please don't do it, because I'm not an engineer, but I'm only speaking on from what everyone else's experiences are and from what they are correlating as the probable cause. All right. True. Okay, OG. Okay, I have a problem with my JB4. It makes my car hesitate now when I go full pedal. Why? My FR goes up to 20. I got a BMW 328. Wait, hold on. What should I do? I got injector shut down cylinder. Whoa. Wait. First thing, you said you got a BMW 328. I'm not saying the JB4 is different for that car, but from what I know, the JB4 is different for the BMWs. What I would say is definitely check your connections. I don't know if you have fuel wires. I don't know if you have wastegate shutouts, so you can actually adjust the wastegate. I don't know. What I would say is disconnect the JB4 at this current moment. You said your AFRs are going up to 20. That is ridiculous. That's too high. Something's wrong. What map are you on? Go back to stock map 0, whatever your stock map is without boost. Go back to that. He says, I got injector shutdown in the cylinder 4 when I'm knocking. Yeah, no. You said, yeah, if you're getting knocked, no. Definitely, I would say either go back to your map 0 and see if the problems go away. If you go back to your map without the boost, right, and the car is fine, then you know you're running too much boost. You might be on 91 fuel, or you might be on crappy fuel. You might be on E85 mix. I don't know exactly what you're doing with the car. You said 91 fuel. So I don't know how much PSI that could be. Do you have, if you're 328, you probably got air to air. If it's the newer 328, you probably got the air to water in the cooler. If it's the older ones, no, I don't think the older ones had air to air. I'm not too positive about the BMW platform, so I'm only speaking on it from what I kind of know. But go back to map 0. If you're good on map 0, then go to map 1 and try to maybe to mix a little E, because I know you guys still mix E on 91 for the BMW platform, and see how the car runs. That's what I would say. But if you're running into knock, that means that you're running too much boost, period. Should I get a chip tuning? Yes, you can get chip tuning too if you really want. I don't know the different tuning companies for 328. I know they use boot mode or BM3 or boot mode. I forgot what it is for BMWs. So definitely check that out. I know about 1 or 2 people who use that. So definitely check it out and see if that can help you. But go back to map 0 and see if the car is running. Go back to base map 1 and then retune. Okay. I have 91 fuel and 18 PSI. We'll chip tune and fix it. 985 here in Canada. Okay, cool. Yeah, you might be running too much boost for 91 fuel, bro, at OGOG. You might be just running too much boost. For the guys who are watching, it's a BMW cat, so it doesn't really apply for us, what he's dealing with his specific issues. But it's still for our VR30 community. If you're running too much boost and or you don't have a heat exchanger to cool down the heat exchanger coolant, you can run into issues if you're running too much excess boost with lower octane fuel. All right, cool. So that about there. Okay, all right. We're about an hour and a half in. I need to get myself a little bit of water. I've been talking for like a good hour and a half. Oh man, this is good. I like hanging out with you guys, man. Once again, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. It's a different world out here. We're in different parts of the world. People are experiencing extreme social distancing. Some people have to walk around with masks. You know, I even got my little mask here, my little mask. It's weird, you know, that a little virus could pretty much mess up the economy of the world. It's crazy. How can I make high octane? OG, you're in Canada. That means you have no 85, like you said. I know you guys can get 94 octane. So if you can find in a 94 octane fuel station, just go there. Thank you, man. I appreciate that you like my Infiniti. Smoke those BMWs. I'm not smoking BMWs. I have yet to beat a BMW in a road race, any M3 and 4. I haven't, like, because they're all. Well, I mean, I beat the M4 CS, but I was tuned and he was stock. He said so. That's the only one I beat. But all the other ones I've raced in a road race, they all beat me. No, Q50 is more reliable than BMW. I can't say that. I can't say that. I would say depending on what BMW, to be honest, I would say for the newer 340s with the B58, those are pretty good. Those have been out for the last 3 years now. I haven't heard much issues with those motors and transmissions. The N55, it has its own issues, but it seems like it was a little bit better than the N54. My brother loves your videos. He likes it as well. He got a G37. He want to buy a Q50 because of you. Damn. The G37 is a great car, man. I love the G37, especially in coupe or sedan. I'm getting a G37. I'm gonna get a G37 6-speed manual coupe. That's gonna be the second car for the channel. I'm trying to get it within the next month or two. Because I got to give content to my 37 followers. I have a lot of followers, and supporters who have that car, and I just want to give those guys content. And I really want to start shifting gears. That's number one. I haven't had a manual car, even though I know how to drive manual. And two, I do miss the VQ platform. It's something about beating on that VQ and letting that girl rev to the sky, and you just bah, and just bah. It's just It just something about it. It just takes the abuse. I just love that. With this car, I don't really abuse it. I take my time. I be chilling. I just be chilling. Okay, he has a 2010 40 automatic overdrive. Yeah, that's what I had too. I had a 2007. Okay, bought it from an old guy. Getting my Q60 wrapped pine green this week. Are there any starter mods you recommend that don't void your warranty performance wise? Well, that's how my channel started. Burger Tuning JV4. It's just a simple boost controller. You plug it in less than 5 minutes. You connect it with an app on your phone, and you just set the map and you forget it. Whenever you maybe have an issue with your car, you just unplug it. Takes 2 minutes to unplug, and they'll never know it's there. So yeah, that's the best performance modification I would say that can gain power, the most power. Everything else is bolt-on, like test pipes and exhaust, but that takes a while to take off, and it doesn't give you nowhere near as much power. So that's my best recommendation. Corrupt Files, get a manual G37 sedan. At Corrupted Files, to be honest, I had a sedan already, like my current sedan, and I had a 3.7 sedan Q50, and I had a 3.5, the HR G37 V36 already. So for me to get another 4-door when I already had one makes sense. I always had a sweet spot for the G37 coupe, and I just never wanted to get into coupe. So I think that's the perfect coupe for me to get into. If I wasn't getting that coupe, I would want to get an M3 coupe, the V8 one. But they have rod bearing issues, so I don't want to get it. But I would want to get it. All right. Let me see. If a car stall while accelerating, does it mean the engine will blow out? No, you could just be running into knock, bro. You might be running into a fueling issue. Knock might be not enough fuel. I'm telling you, if you're on JB4, put it back to map 0. Put it back to map 0 and then drive the car. If the car has no issues once the JB4 is unplugged and on map 0 or whatever whatever map gives it 0 boost, then you'll know that it's the JB4 you're running too much excessive boost. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, from what you're telling me, it sounds like you're running too much boost, especially for a 328i. What do you think? What do you think about the Takeda long tube intakes? To be honest, for the G37 coupe or and/or sedan, you can go with admin tuning, and you can also go with the STILLEN. I think they're all good. There's just that some of their components are either made out of rubber or pipe. It's like depending on the couples or elbows quality. I believe the Takeda had shitty quality or the STILLEN, I can't remember. But admin tunings, intakes look really good too. I like the handcrafted. Oh, shout out to OG. He gave me 99 cents, man. I appreciate that. Let me see. Got some water here, so that's my shot. Appreciate that, OG. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate the donations, man. I'm on here asking people, answering people's questions. I've been on here for what, an hour and a half now. I'm probably gonna hang out for another half an hour, man. Maybe 3 hours. I went up to 3 hours before on this. Just whoever, because not everybody jumps in at the same time. Some people might jump in a little later. You know what? While I'm talking to you guys, maybe I should post up this link to this video, because sometimes people don't know that I'm live at all. They don't know at all. So maybe I could share that and everything like that to some of my Instagram followers, because these guys be asking me a lot of questions too. But yeah, if you don't have me on Instagram, add me at boostinmotion on Instagram. Boostinmotion on Instagram. All right. I'm about to do something wild, guys. Don't go yet. If you guys got questions, type the questions. It's just that I want to tell people that I'm on YouTube right now. So I want them to know that. 1 second. What's the other questions? Jordan White says, when do you think we'll start to see crazy numbers being cranked out of the VR30? There's plenty of crazy numbers getting cranked out, Jordan. What are you talking about? What? A year ago, people were just now making 500 wheel horsepower on stock turbos in the 85. Then people started making a little higher on stock turbos. Then they said, you know what? Let's get rid of these turbos, come out with better turbines. So RT Tuning came out with their turbo. People started making 550, 560, 570. Then Pure came out recently, and people are now cracking 600 wheel horsepower. So right now there's 3 cars that are cracking 600 wheel horsepower. Edwin lost his motor recently, but he did 629 to the rear wheels. George did 607 all-wheel drive, and there's another cat, Qzilla. He just sent me a message today saying that he's doing excuse me guys, that he did 6. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't leave yet, guys. Qzilla did 608. I think he's old a rear-wheel drive. 608 on pure turbos. So yes, that's fast. That's 700 horses out of a car that came from factory with 300. That's great. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna talk to you guys, but I'm gonna go live on IG at the same time too, because I want these guys to know that that I'm on IG. So maybe I could type the link. Can I put the link up here too? No, I can't. That sucks. That sucks. I can't. Maybe I could put the link there. Does that work? Oh no, oh don't. All right, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yo, if you guys are following me on IG right now, y'all guys are supposed to be talking. My IG people right now, I'm on IG and I'm on my YouTube. Why are my people that's on IG not on my YouTube right now supporting me? What's going on? What's going on? Why you guys not following my YouTube right now? I'm literally on YouTube talking, but you guys not talking with me. See, this is how I know you guys don't want to hang out with me like that. What's up with that? See, look, now I'm not going to answer you guys' questions at all. You guys are supposed to be on my YouTube. Now I'm going to answer all the questions on my YouTube. You guys got to deal with me now. Look, see? See? So what I want you guys to do right now that are on my IG, go to the link on my Instagram. It's going to bring you directly to the YouTube link for my live. So, guys, if you want to give me respect, go to my YouTube. Go to my YouTube. And/or go to the link in this bio. It's in this bio that I put up, and then jump onto my live on YouTube. I just want to see why you're not there. Some of y'all guys are there, some of you guys are not. But I don't know why. So definitely go check it out. Race my SRT and my S. Okay, guys. All right. But I'm gonna jump off. Definitely go check. Go to the link. All right. I'm gonna go back and answer some questions. All right, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm just saying, the IG family, I got much love and respect for them too. Much love and respect for them, but I don't know why they're not here with us. But anyway, let me go back to answering these questions. All right. 1 second, guys. All right, correct the files. I just got a good deal. Okay, he says what? Okay, details everywhere. See, I mean, details are always going to be fast. Always going to be fast. Thanks for the advice, bro. I just got a good deal on an anniversary edition G37. Best decision ever. Of course. That car's going to run good forever. Almost. No, it's going to run good forever. Martin, on my RS, I currently have lower downpipes, AMS intakes, fast intentions CATBACK, AW1 catch can, MMS heat exchanger, and specialty C tune. I want more power. You stated the stock fuel system can handle pure turbos. From what I've been told, my opinion, from what I've been told, depending on the PSI of the pures, depending on the PSI, you can do it on stock fuel system. The second option, what I was told, was you at least need to upgrade the low pressure fuel pump. You can get that low pressure fuel pump from AMS for like $200 for the pure turbos on 93 fuel. Okay, so if you want to go to pure turbos on 93 fuel, you will need to at least upgrade. It's advised to upgrade the low pressure fuel pump. That's from what I've been told, but not a bunch of people have pure turbos. You can go with RT turbos, you don't have to upgrade anything. Salim, I'm sorry, man. I was just about to answer the question. Why would you take it back? Salim, take it. Man, if I were to put pure turbos and go ECUtech tune with my current setup, stock fuel system, okay, yeah, how much do you think I would get? 91 fuel. I mean, you should probably get close to 500 horsepower, but the biggest thing you're gonna run into is the heat exchanger. So I would say try to get the best heat exchanger with the most amount of coolant. So AMS, Mishimoto, PLM, because you might start running into knock depending on how hot that heat exchanger heat charger attempts get. Shout out to Virginia. What's going on, drone guy? What's up? Corrupted. I heard the VR30 is always blowing up. Corrupt files, no, they're not. I don't know who's saying these VR30s are blowing up. We have a whole community of 21,000 people. They're not, these blow motors are not blowing up unless you're pushing them to the limit. Most of the people's motors who've blown up have pushed this car to its limit. 600 pounds of torque and over 600 wheel horsepower. That is right around where these guys are starting to run into issues, and or they were running 0W20 in 90-degree weather, and they beating on the car. Ojo, the tune told me that with the chip tuning, I'll gain 90 horsepower in stock and 110. The car will run happy. That was more than the JB4. But the thing is, when you get tuned, bro, they can adjust the fuel trims, the ignition timing. They can adjust a lot of parameters. The JB4 just adds boost. So it goes off the stock tune. So it's going to probably dump too much fuel. It's not going to change the timing. It's no. Tuning is just way more surgical. JB4 is just like taking a knife and cutting you in and taking the heart out. Like no anesthetic, no nothing. Like, like it's just, but it gets the job done. Well, but an actual full-fledged tune is putting some anesthetic and at least, doing surgically, cut it open and, take the heart out and put it back in, Those IG fools are tripping. Drone guy. Nah, what's going on from IG? What's going on, Z? What's up, bro? Non-toxic noob. How much horsepower did they say stream close? What? How much horsepower did he say my stream closed? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Bring it back. Non-toxic. Is it worth to void the warranty to tune ECU tech? I'm not, George, pardon me. I'm not saying you're going to lose a warranty. Anyone's watching. I'm not saying you guys are going to, repeat, lose your warranty if you get tuned. When you get tuned, Infinity just doesn't get a star at their computer like, oh, boostinmotion tuned this car. They don't, from what I know, they don't know that. It's just think about it like this. You put all your bolt-ons in the car and you go get tuned. Let's say you do some stupid nonsense. I don't know what it is. Let's say your tune is crappy and they retard your ignition too much and boom, you pop the motor because of the too bad tuner. Then you say, you know what? Let me take it to Infinity. Infinity sees that you have burger tuning intakes, blow-off valves, catch cans, full downpipes, exhaust, air suspension. They're like, this car has been modified, right? If they wanted to just not care, they could be like, hey, listen, yo, you modified your car. And they're going to now plug it in just to make sure to see if it's tuned. If they're going to see maybe what they call it, a flash counter, maybe on the car or whatever. That's what they call it, a flash counter that knows that the ECU was tampered with, a flash counter. And they'd be like, hey, listen, you modified the car too. You tuned it here. So, no, we can't warranty it. My old thing, I always sit there and say this. I'm not saying you guys should do this because it's a fraudulent. You know what I'm trying to say. If you ever have an issue with the car, take off the necessary parts and then take it in. Or call them up and say, listen, I'm having this issue with my car. Like, hey, I got these, whatever on my car. Is it going to be an issue? You could ask first just to see. You never know. These guys are regular people just like us. And, money talks. That's what I'm saying. He didn't answer. Laugh aloud. Noobs. Okay. Over the... Yo, what did I did not answer? I want to know, man. I feel bad, bro. Okay, cool. Okay, what's going on? ID Professor? Oh, that's your name, ID Professor. What's going on, boy? All right. Hey, guy, okay. Any info on the Greddy Evolution CATBACK exhaust? I have no idea. A lot of exhausts is going to start coming out for this 3.0T because it's in Japan now. I have no idea. I haven't heard it. I just don't know how it's going to sound. It's probably going to be good because Greddy. Come on. It's going to probably sound great. Drone, changing gears a bit. Pardon the pun. What are your thoughts on the Tesla Model 3 performance? I think it's a consistent 11.6 car, but it runs like a quarter mile of like a 113 to 115. But it's pretty quick. I don't think it's worth $80,000 though. because if you get a regular Model 3, it's like half the price. They charge you all that extra money for one extra motor, $30,000 to $40,000 more for one extra motor. Look, one extra motor doesn't make any sense. I don't like that part. That's what I dislike about the Model 3. And also, it's not really a sexy car. Really, it's really not. It's really supposed to be an eco box car, like an eco car, but they just called it performance so they can make extra money. That's all Musk is doing. So he's a smart guy, man. I think he's really smart. I really like him. Just stumbled on your videos a few days ago. Been thinking about getting an older Q70. Yeah, that would be an M37. It's the same car as the Q70. Same exact car from 2011. It's just that, honestly, I like the older M37 with the Aero Sport bumper. I think that one's the sexiest bumpers out of all of them compared to like the newer one with their sport bumper. But I like the older Aero M37. That one's sexy, especially in the sport. The 20-inch wheels. Oof. Oh my God, throw some spaces and some coilovers on that girl and call it a day. How much horsepower does the JB4 give you alone? If you're stock, completely stock on 93 fuel, you'll probably make like, I'm talking about to the wheels here, not to the crank. Just you gotta talk about things to the wheels. 300 horsepower versions of Q50s make a right around 280, 290 stock. With a JB4, you should be right around 360, 370 on map 7. 360, 370 wheel horsepower. So that's probably a little above 400 horsepower, which is pretty good. Okay, how much? And right, non-toxic. Do you think it's possible to take a red sport ECU and put it in 3.0T premium and get 400 horsepower? At non-toxic, I have no idea. I have no idea. Certain ECUs, they read to the BCM. I believe it's called the BCM, the body control module. They read because of the VIN number and how they have everything, the firmware and everything. You know, software stuff. I don't know nothing about that. So I believe it probably won't even start because the keys have to go with the ECU and a few other modules, from what I was told. But I could be wrong. But with non-toxic, all you have to do is just get maybe a JB4 boost controller. You'll make more power than a red sport, or you could just get full-fledged tune and you'll be the fastest you can be, period. All right, so we made it close to the end of the questions. All right, cool. So what's going on, everybody? What's up with some of the other updates I have on the channel? I already talked about the turbos. Already talked about. Oh, I got a drag setup. I have a drag setup. Recently, I purchased some NT05Rs as my drag setup, guys. I have traction issues, even all-wheel drive. Open differential, it spins on regular summer times. So I picked up a drag setup. NT05Rs, got them for a steal. You see how I did this? Steal. Oh my God. But I'm gonna come out with that video shortly, talking about how I got them and everything, and how much I paid. And now I'm looking for 18-inch drag wheels. So it's only gonna be the wheels I put in the rear because I want to be able to launch this car. Like I want to launch this car and not worry about spinning. That's all I'm saying. Would it be useful to add a oil catch can for an NAVR37, or forget it and save money for power mod? I would say take the money and put it towards the power mod. The reason being is the catch can is still going to 3.7 because your throttle bodies will get a little bit of oil in it, and you will get oil throughout the intake manifold and on top, and that's pretty much as far as you would get the oil buildup. But it's a plastic intake manifold, so I don't see it really being baked on. I believe the lower intake manifold is also plastic. The only reason why it's really necessary for the 3.0Ts is because we don't have port injection. Port injection is when the fuel sprays in right before outside the combustion chamber into it, right above the valve. So it keeps that usually clean. But direct injection is in the cylinder, so there's no way to clean the valves. And after, with all the buildup of oil and everything on top of the valves, usually direct injection cars run like crap after a couple tens of thousands of miles and everything. But I would recommend putting it towards just some power mod for 3.7 tires, something else like that. That's my recommendation. All right, I have a Subaru BRZ and it's real slow. Depressingly slow. And the thing is, you rode depressingly slow, and I was gonna jump in and say, yeah, depressingly slow. Moji, the car looks great though. Yeah, the BRZ looks great. Yeah, I got smoked by a Civic. Of course you will. Woo! It was so slow in 1995 V6 Camry 8 the BRZ. Throw it away. Why aren't more people looking at LSD upgrades? Howdy from Texas. He's asking a really good question. Why aren't people upgrading to LSDs? When you're all-wheel drive, even though the ABS system isn't the best, it still helps in mitigating a lot of the wheel spin, depending on how much torque you have on the VR30. The 3.7 guys, they don't have that issue. Road drive, if you road drive, I gotta say, if you're 3.7, 3.5, VR30, or maybe even 2.0 T, I think, my opinion, the LSD is a good option. It's just that it's expensive. It is a modification that does change the driving style of the car and how the car handles, but for most of us are everyday 9 to 5 people. We're ordinary people. We're not going to the track and open it up. So for $1,100 to $1,700 is a pretty penny to spend, especially if you're not really going to the track. So that's why I believe a lot of people get an LSD. It's just the price of it versus just using it for what it's necessarily needed for. People just don't want to spend that money, man. But how should Professor Boost? Okay, IG a Professor Boost. All right, cool. I put a Prius engine in my Genesis. Yeah, that's freaking hilarious. What's going on, Edward? I got Michelin pilot tires on my BMW. It's good. Is it good? I mean, I don't see why it's not. Will it have better acceleration than Pod 4S? I'm not gonna know that, bro. Even though I used to sell Michelin tires to BJ's Wholesale Club, I really wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Curry Shy, as I am watching your live, I am wrapping my interior trim with carbon fiber wrap. Damn the $300. Damn that $300 kit from eBay. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Hopefully you didn't go with that cheap looking carbon fiber wrap. Because there's the expensive one and there's the cheap one. So I'm gonna make fun of you if it's cheap. I'm cheap looking. Even though I buy cheap stuff. Okay, I got it. New is the old catch can a must for the start. Okay. And noobs, if you have a lease, do not care about the catch can. Don't waste your money. If you have a finance, I recommend you getting a catch can because all that oil is going to build up on top of those valves as your mileage increases. So it's a preventative measure because we have a direct injection car. That's it. Thanks, Boost. Do you know if the CarPlay enabled infotainment from 28 is retrofitted early models? Howdy from Texas. I haven't seen any posts about that being done yet, so I won't be able to tell you, bro. I would say just join the Infinity Q50 group on .org online, and or maybe the Facebook group on Facebook, and the Q50 QZ group on Facebook. Maybe in the future somebody's gonna do it, but as of right now, I don't really know. Maybe I'll go look online. Maybe if there's someone selling a 2021 for cheap, maybe I'll purchase it if it's cheap. But if it ain't cheap, I'm not buying it because I'm not gonna waste a lot of money on something that may not work. What mods I need to gain horsepower on my turbo BMW? Well, you was already JB4 and it's not running good. So, like I said, like you were telling me, you need to go get tuned and see what's really done. But I would get rid of the 328, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad car, but it's a four-cylinder turbo. Upgrade, bro. Move up to a 340 if you can. A 340 N55 or a maybe if you have good credit, get a newer 340 B58. I think those are it. Sometimes you gotta cut your losses. You want to make more power, then you're gonna be like, wow, I should have just got this car. Knowing that you already with BMW, just get the faster model. Like literally, you have the 4-cylinder. Then you can go to the 6-cylinder turbo, or you can go to the faster 6-cylinder turbo in the M4 and M3. That's my recommendation, bro. Don't beat me up. Don't sue me, bro. Want a seamless experience, which aftermarket doesn't have. Might be cheap, dog. Okay, cool. I remember in an older video of yours, you said it's best to use JB4 in manual mode. Yes. It's not. I'm not too comfortable using manual mode if the car is in automatic. Okay, the reason why I said use a JB4 in manual mode for the Q50 guys that are VR30 without sport mode. If you do, I mean sport plus mode. Red sport guys, I think you got it better. But if you're not a red sport guy, or if you don't have sport plus, I noticed that the transmission takes too long to shift. It hangs a little bit. I guess because of the transmission tune that comes on a car stop. So that's why I usually just change it so that that there's no rev hang. So that's why I say it's best to change manually. You'll notice it once you have higher PSI on the Q50, Q60 3.0Ts. That's better to just shift. And also, I tested it out with the dragy, and I got quicker 0 to 60s with just shifting compared to leaving the car shifting itself. So I even shift my car tune because even though AMS has it down, it still rev hangs a little bit. So I don't got time for that. Do you think the dual HKS blower valves are worth it? Absolutely not. I don't think they are. I think they sound good, but because blower valves are expensive and we need 2 of them, I think it's just too expensive. You can check RT Tuning. I believe they sell their own RT Tuning. I believe they sell their own blower valve kits. It doesn't use the HKSs, but I think it's about $100 cheaper. But blower valves should not be this expensive, man. They shouldn't. They're just too expensive. They shouldn't be that expensive. Okay, appreciate all the help and the content, bro. Thumbs up. I got 2 months to go. I'm only 18. Yeah, you gotta get your credit score up, bro. Get your credit score up. Get a few 1 or 2 credit cards. Keep working. Keep hustling. You'll get there, man. Man. I remember when I was 18. I had a 1987. Woo! I had a 1987 Mazda MPV, and it shot blue smoke out. When I had to put gasoline in it, I had to put oil in the motor at the same time because it ate that much oil. So I started off with beating, but I worked my way up through time. So just hustle, stack your money, stack it tall. Z1 selling them for $500. Okay, that's probably a lot of companies. It's just too expensive, man. Just for that. I drive like a hoonigan. Do you think much power is dangerous for me? I drive 130 miles an hour. Kilometers or mile an hour, bro? Because I know you're Canadian, so 130 kilometers is slow. I'm just saying. He said miles an hour. Okay, I don't think you should drive 130 in a 4-cylinder BMW. You need to chill out. Chris, don't get into debt yet. Just get your beta and save your money. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like at the end of the days, just take your time, man. Build your credit up. Make good decisions with your money. We're all gonna make bad decisions at some point. Some people have to learn the hard way, and some people gotta learn the easy way. I'm 32 right now, so I went through a lot of cars. I made a lot of bad decisions. And now where I'm at, I'm still making bad decisions. It doesn't matter how old you are. But I would recommend, honestly, just build your credit. Of course, to keep doing your education, get into some kind of career or trade career where you can make good amount of money. And you'll just get to choose whatever you want to get. Credit allows you to get a lot of things for a lot cheaper than if you don't have the credit. That's my recommendation. Okay, he says I got a Q60 at 30. I feel you, man. I got caught doing 100 kilometers in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. When my brother passed away 2 years ago, I'm gonna just share a story for the guys who watch it. My brother had passed away 2 years ago, and I went to Canada. He used to live in Fort Mayor or Fort something. I forgot where it is. It was more on the west side of Canada. But his family, well, my family too, some of it, lived in Ontario. Was it Ontario? Ottawa. So his burial and everything was gonna be in Ottawa. If you know what I'm talking about, OG. So I drove up there, and I was a little emotional, little funeral. So when I left, I wasn't even paying attention to how fast I was going. And cop pulled me over, and he was like, "You know how fast you will go? Hey, you know how fast you was going, A?" And I was just like, I don't know. He was like, yeah, he was going. I think he said I was going like, I think I would say like 100 and more than that. It was like 100, 130, 140 kilometers, but it was like a 25-mile-an-hour zone. But there was nobody on the road, and I just told him, I was like, listen, man, I just left the funeral. You can see my plates are I'm from New York and everything. I was like, I lost with my brother. He just said, I'm sorry, man. Just slow down, just relax. We don't want to lose you either. And I'm like, wow, these Canadians are so nice. They're so nice. I love Canadians. They're so nice. But anyway, that was just a random story. Black Infinity Owners Club, laugh out loud. What's going on, Chris? All right, supporting mod to the JB4. Yes, heat exchanger first. I would say heat exchanger first because you will heat soak. I still sit there and say, if it was me, the first modification, if you didn't care about anything with the Q50, the first modification I would always say is lower downpipes. After that, a heat exchanger. People say heat exchanger first, but to me, heat exchangers cost more money, and people want to buy something and feel the results. So when you get a heat exchanger, you don't really feel the results automatically. But when you get a low downpipes, you get the results immediately. You feel the car feels a little bit of bump, a little quicker. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. But wow, I've been on here for 2 hours, man. Yo, listen, anybody who's joining the chat, hit the like button. Just hit the like button. I'm not as energetic as I usually am on my lives right now. I'm just chilling, man. I worked today, and I'm just hanging out with you guys. What's some of the other things I want to talk about for the channel? Turbos are being changed. Z1 Motorsports engine mounts. I got a drag set up for the car. If everything goes well, I should be going to Mod to Fame's road race event May 30th. So I have about 6 weeks to see if I want to change the turbos before it or not. Not too positive yet, not in a rush. I'm gonna try my best to put out more content in the next couple weeks with me racing a few other high performance cars. Reason being is you guys like racing videos. I don't like to do street racing or anything like that because cops, but I'm gonna try my best to do everything in Mexico so that that I don't lose my license or get any points or anything like that. And you guys really want to see how the Q50 fares against other high performance vehicles. You guys love that. You guys love the idea of the underdog, the mom's car, soccer mom car, Q50 racing, 392s, Hellcats, SSs, and any other car that I might race. Spaceships, you guys like to watch that. So me knowing that works, I'm gonna try my best to give that to you guys more in the next upcoming weeks. Also, even though I'm a YouTuber, I watch a lot of other YouTubers' videos to see what what a lot of people like to view and everything like that. And as an automotive YouTuber, you guys want to know how that car does versus all other cars. So in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna try my best to give you those videos. So if you see them pop up and it says Q50 versus spaceship, you guys better hit the like button and comment, be like, yo, Boost giving it to a spaceship. Like, you guys better show me that love. I'm telling you. Chris says, I'm looking at roll face brakes, 6,000. $6,000 for brake for BBK. That's expensive, man. You see how I keep going like this? That means that's a grip. Chris, if you can afford it, do it. If you really love your car and you really know you're gonna keep it and you just wanna do what you want, you can afford it, do it. Like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna tell you guys how to spend your money. I just that majority of people like to get affordable things. $6,000 for BBK is really expensive. I do know there's other BBKs on the market, maybe from other manufacturers that are performance. I've noticed that Rolo Face makes BBKs because they're just gorgeous. They treat them not as a performance modification, but as an aesthetic modification. So that's what it is. Kind of went with it. I beat a stock S550 Mustang, but I think he sucked at shifting. These cars are no slouch. My boy, you guys gotta check my older videos. One of my closest friends, he has a 6-speed manual S550, 2015. I have videos of me him racing him from when I was stock JB4 and when I was stock JB4 with bolt-ons. As I got bolt-ons, I was fast. I was beating him. So yeah, They're pretty quick cars. The 2018s and up are faster with 10 speed. I can't beat those on JB4. I couldn't beat that on JB4. Now I should be able to race one, but I haven't raced any 2018 10 speeds tuned, so I don't know. You deserve 1 million subscribers. OG. I appreciate that, OG, because you know you don't even have a Q50, but you subscribe to the channel, you in the live, and I appreciate that. Like you don't even have a Q50, but your you know, your boy, your brother has one, has a G37. You just out here just showing love, saying what's up, and I love that, man. I love talking to people that have other cars and they don't mind, you know, coming checking out what we got going on. Because I watch Mopar content. I don't watch Chevy content. I'm sorry. It's not nothing with Chevys got me into it. Like I don't know. There's nothing with Chevys. I watch Ford content with from the Tauruses, because those are pretty quick. Mustangs, and even their Explorers and Raptors. I watch BMW content, people Mercedes, high-end exotic cars. I watch it all, man. C8s, all that, the typical stuff, but also just regular stuff. I like to know about other auto manufacturers, other vehicles, because at the end of the day, if I want to go get an M3 right now, I'm gonna go to specific YouTubers that own it, and I'm gonna ask them questions because they're the owners. They're gonna give me real world advice. Those auto critics that's like auto blog guides, whatever they are, they're not reviewers and critics aren't to me are not really real car guys. Like they can only tell you the initial impressions on these cars. But when you want to know about a car, you talk to the owners. They'll tell you how it is to own that car. That's my opinion. Let me move forward. Z1 had a video on the Q60 on a dyno with full downpipes, CATBACK with 360 horsepower and tuned for is it okay for the car to full on extended period of time? A lot of people have been tuned on 93 fuel, anyone 91 fuel with that amount of wheel horsepower for the last 3 to 4 years. This is nothing new for this platform. This motor has been out since 2015. People had Red Sport since 2015, 2016, because that's when it came out. People have been tuned since 2016. So it's nothing new. That is baby numbers. And these people have higher mileage. So don't even worry about it. That's nothing. I watch because we're both yeah, Chris. What you think about the JB1 for the Q50? Q50 twin, the JB1 is old technology. You don't even sell it no more from what I know. So stick with the JB4 if you can. Just spend a little extra money. JB1 is just mainly map 1, map 0 to map 3. On map 3, you can adjust the PSI to like +9, but it doesn't have a lot of the fail safes. It was just more of a beta. So if you can't get sell it and get a JB4 or a full-fledged tune. Chris, a brake video helped me out a lot. I'm glad it did. I'm going to continue to do the brake video. I'm going to upgrade my front calipers soon. On the video, I could actually probably show you in the front one. Because I have it in the box over here. These are the front calipers. I painted them. They're not finished. Right now, this is just I have the 3 coats of primer and 2 coats of paint. I haven't done the clear yet because I'm waiting for a few stickers and everything to come. So I'm not at that process yet. And I got the rotors off of Rock Auto for about cheap. I got them off of Rock Auto for like $20 a pop. So I gotta listen. For me to give you guys content, I have to find the most affordable things. Even though I don't get a large amount of views for some of these videos and the time and effort I put into it, I just know that I made a video for that 1 or 2 people who's just like, yo, I want to put a BBK on my Q50, my G37, my Q60, my 370Z. How do I do it? And you guys can go to YouTube or Google it, and one of my videos will come up. So those are the people I make the videos for. I would love to make a bunch of race videos to get a lot of views because I know I'll bring in more content, but I'm not there yet. Right now, I'm building my car up. My car came from being a stock 3.0T to JB4 to JB4 bolt-on to tune bolt-on. Now it's going to be upgraded turbo bolt-on tune like on 93, and then whatever else is in the future. You know what I'm saying? So I've had natural progression on what I can afford, and I just appreciate you guys rocking with me, man. I appreciate that so much. You guys don't even understand. I find your videos very entertaining, and then all the car videos on YouTube. For me, and you're my favorite YouTuber. OG, man, I appreciate that. You gave me 99 cents earlier. You didn't even need to. I appreciate that. Even if I'm worth 99 cents, I'm worth something. I love that, man. I love that. Okay, cool. I agree. OG. Okay, yo, take it. You don't like Doug's score, man. You guys don't see me curse on YouTube, but fuck Doug DeMiro, okay? Because he don't even know what he's not a car guy. Doug DeMiro is not a okay. Maybe he is. He's a car guy because he's been in the automotive world for a long time. He's owned actually a few cars I never thought he would own. It's just that I don't know. Like I guess they get so jaded by driving specific so much different cars that you can sit there and say they know the initial quality from just sitting in the car automatically, the ambience, but they don't get to like own a car. Like someone could sit in an M3. Hear me out. Someone could sit in an M3 and be like, "Oh, this car is such a nice car, it's so fast." But then after like 6 months, they're like, "Yo, I really don't like the ride quality in this car. It's too stiff." You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a little tight. I don't really like these sport bucket seats. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Some owners love that, but some people don't. As a everyday driver car, after a while, you have to be with a car for a specific amount of time to be like, yo, this car fits my needs and wants. You know, so that's my opinion. You have good energy and you're good at explaining it. Nice watch. No, appreciate that, man. Is $150 an hour dyno tune ripoff? No, not really, Chris. I don't think so. I mean, I think some places charge you like 60, 70 bucks just to do 3 pulls, but that's usually cheaper. $150 an hour for a dyno tune is not bad. It's only gonna take about an hour to dyno tune. That's it. Boost. I mean, it's okay for the car to put full bolt-ons with no tune for a long time. Plenty of people have done that. You put low downpipes, CATBACK, exhaust intake, and heat exchanger, and you just drive the car that way. At least on 3.0T, seem like you don't really run into any issues. No check engine lights. That's it. Like no one, at least from what I know, no one has run into any issues doing that. Boost. I mean, okay. I smoked a Mazda Speed 3 once in my 328. It must have been a stock Speed 3 for you to beat in a 4-cylinder 328. I'm just saying. STIs are fast, especially when it's a STD. That's a joke. Damn, I got an M3. I might get rid of it because of the recent issues with the turbos. I hate turbo cars now, and I was considering a ZL1, but you just trashed Chevy. No, bro, don't listen. Don't pay attention to me talking about Chevy. It's just that one, they got rid of the Camaro. They discontinued until they come out with a new one. One, two, the interior of the Camaro, which I do have a video on. I did a review on the SS. I disliked that car. I don't want to say I hated it. I disliked it. Here's why I say that. Number one, the interior space. Your passenger is right here. Like right here. There's no you see how I'm like this? I'm hitting the wall. That's how tight it is in that cabin bay of the Camaro SS. I do like some of the infotainment, but they have some kind of the infotainment, what is it called, the Q or something like that? I couldn't connect my phone to it. It was Bluetooth and it could not connect to it. It would just not. There was something wrong with the software. The heated seats stopped working. No, cool seats. Sorry, the cool seats stopped working and started making this loud whining noise. This is a rental car too, so maybe it maybe went through some abuse, but it still shouldn't have went bad. The V8 didn't feel that powerful. Like maybe I so used to my Q50 that anything else that doesn't have as much power is just slow. And what I would say, the transmission wasn't all that. I think it had like a 7 or 8 speed transmission, even though the newest SSs have a 10 speed. But the ZL1, that's fast. That car is a beast. Why not get it, man? I know a kid who beat me with the gray Hellcat. I know the kid you beat with the gray Hellcat, so Mopar not for me either. Oh, dude, that's my boy. The gray Hellcat, dude, that's my boy. If you're talking about, that's like literally my friend for years. So he's my friend for years. He just okay. YouTube guy, he never get back to his sub, but he just does it for YouTube money. He never gave back to his subs or interact with them. It's amazing to me how the subs make these YouTubers all this money and they never get back nothing. You know what, Chris? Chris made a really good point. I never really thought about that. Some of the largest YouTubers, right, that are in the car realm have 2, 3, 4 million subscribers, and some of them get a lot of reviews, but a lot of views. But I don't know what giving back actually means. What I realized once you get to become a big enough YouTuber, this is my opinion because I'm not a big YouTuber, is that at that point it's about money. It's about what will bring the most views. It's what different. Like B is for build. I was following him before he was under 100K. I don't think I was following him since he was 40K. When they stole his cars, and they broke into his, I think, his garage and stole all his parts. That was when I was following B is for build. But then I stopped following for a while. Next minute, he's at 500,000 subscribers. I'm like, wow, I didn't think he was gonna pop like that. But he was pretty good. But at some point, they just do this stuff just to bring in revenue. It is a paycheck. And even if I got to 100,000 subscribers, I couldn't imagine getting to having 100,000 subscribers and mainly being Infinity Nissan guys. My DMs would be like, but I'm gonna be fair here. Shout out to Fresh Kicks. I had sent him a DM like a few months back on IG, and he responded to it. And he has a lot of followers and subscribers. So for him just to get back to me on IG and actually like say like talk to me, I was like, yeah, man, it must be a lot, it must be a lot. So I shout out to him very much. But yeah, man, some YouTubers, man, I don't really know what they're supposed to give back, but at some point, man, I think every YouTube is different. Like my YouTube is built on trying to give you guys information. I try my best to give you guys information, and that's what I'm good at. I like to talk. I try to give my personal experience and my recommendations, and that's where it kind of ends. Of course, I do have receipts of racing people because you guys want to see if these parts are good, the ones I do recommend, and you want to see how the car does. But that's mainly where my YouTube necessarily ends. Other YouTubers like to vlog a lot, like hang out, go with their boys, and go get something to eat, and it's like a half an hour of their life, and that's also entertaining too to some people. Um, Tall Guy Reviews. I think he's a cool, seemed like a cool dude. Like if I hung out with him in regular life, but I don't really like his videos. Like I don't really learn. Like when he actually reviewed cars, I liked it, but now it's like it's just a check. It's just a check, and it's not like how it originally started. We got to change with the climate, especially what's going on in the world right now. We have to live a different lifestyle. But right now, that's just what I learned, man. That's just my personal opinion. Sorry for just talking and blabbing and everything like that. I do apologize. Do you think the Black S is coming out? No, bro. I don't think it's coming out at all at airplanes. And Nissan Infiniti doesn't have any money, and I doubt they're gonna take the risk in doing so. Doubt it. I drive one, and it's like sitting in a lounge chair, and the windows were my face, and I'm 5'11". I'm 6'1", so we're actually very close in height. Anyone looking for a CATBACK exhaust relic? Okay. A guy from Houston. So you got the Greddy Evolution CATBACK already? Damn, that's quick. Isn't that a new exhaust? Wasn't you just? It was somebody asking about the Greddy CATBACK now. You got one. Just trying to sell them. So just hit up a guy from Houston. I don't know if you want to put your IG or email or something in there if someone wants to buy your CATBACK. Damn, that's cheaper than I thought it would be at 10. Yeah, Greddy. I just know it's Greddy at 1,100. That's like the price of Nvidia. Nvidia is like 950 to like 1,000. So I don't know. Maybe it's used. That's why. Wow, I've been on here for a while, dudes. Hopefully, some of my guys came in and said what's up and everything, because you know how it is. You know how it is. Give me a second, guys. I'm just checking my Instagram real quick. I got a few tags and everything like that, so I just want to see if anyone's saying what's up. All right, cool. Nothing really crazy on IG. But yeah, I don't have it. I thought it's on Concept Z. Wait, what? Concept Z is selling it for 1,100? That's cheap. You sure it isn't an AXLEBACK? It's a full CATBACK exhaust for 1,100 from Greddy? That's actually pretty cheap. To me, that's my opinion. It's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Anyone in the chat, definitely hit the like button. I'm at 49 likes. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I got a 99-cent donation to the channel. Can't beat it. If you guys want to support the channel, number one, boostinmotion hoodies. They're taking a little while to come in. Also, I have to come out with a video about it, but I did release a cheaper hoodie. The hoodie that I have, this one is about $47. It's expensive because I wanted to go with a more expensive material. But there is a cheaper hoodie under the link. When you go to it, somewhere there, I'll have to maybe add it. It's like $30, like maybe like $10 to $15 cheaper. So I'm gonna just try to organize that after this. So if you guys want to support the channel, definitely got hoodies, I got t-shirts, I got white beaters, oh god, I said white beaters, but you know what I mean. And also I added phone cases, so it might be there too. So even this little boostinmotion phone case, $20. This whatever helps. If not, you can always support for the channel by hitting the like button, subscribe, bell notification. You guys already subscribed if you're here, and comment. Like no matter whatever you guys are doing, just say hello, say goodbye, say Q50 beats world, says boo, say whatever. Like talk about what you ate for breakfast, whatever, man. Just comment. Like it helps my channel. You guys are why YouTubers are still making videos. At least in my opinion. Because if you guys weren't still interacting with the videos, commenting and everything like that, I try my best to answer the YouTube comments, but sometimes people say some real asshole shit, and I'm just like, listen, I'm a YouTuber. It's okay. I understand. I don't know who you are. You just random 146 guy from Texas, but still, that's why I like my IG family a little bit more because the IG family, I get to really see you guys and know you guys and talk with you guys like one-on-one, like for texting. YouTube is just anybody can come in my video and be like, "Oh, your car is trash. You got a mom's car. It's dirty, ill, stinky, ill." Like, what? But anyways, let me see what other comments we have here. Full CATBACK. They should make a kit to turn the Q50, Q60 dual clutch paddle shift. That means we'll need a whole new transmission. And a lot, and in my opinion on video, I think a lot of auto manufacturers are stepping away, repeat, from dual clutches, from any type of automatic clutch driven system. Well, a transmission that uses clutches. Reason being is the wear and tear. It's just too much for the transmission, stuff breaks. So most auto manufacturers now are notice that it's better to go with a larger amount of gears and also to build the transmission to handle the increased amount of torque. So that's why you see 10 speeds. This is why you see the ZF 8 speeds. Those are all fluid coupled torque converter transmissions, and they're really great. Some of the fastest Supras right now are on a ZF transmission. Some of the fastest Mustangs are on a 10-speed transmission, with the exception of the GT500, which is dual clutch. And even then, they could have just built up the 10-speed better. They didn't need to freaking go with a 7-speed. I don't know why they went with the 7-speed dual clutch, but it is what it is. That's what they wanted to do. Get some rest, brother. We appreciate you all. I appreciate you very much, Chris. I appreciate you very much always, man. Thank you so much, man. Oh, shoot. A guy from Houston, man. I appreciate the $10. I just wanted you guys to know this was liquor this whole time. One was water and one was liquor. This was just regular Bacardi with a little bit of lemon juice. Appreciate that guy from Texas. Definitely much appreciated. Love it. I don't know what to say. I just appreciate it all. When you think the ATL, Curry, I was trying to go down to Atlanta, Georgia, in the end of May. I had an event to go to. It was like a soca reggae thing, and unfortunately, it got canceled because of what's going on. But I do still want to go back down to Atlanta, and I think Zemo Motorsports may still have their Atlanta, Georgia race event. So I may try to make it down. I think that's like June 20th. But I would love to go down there. May drive the Q. If I have the G37, I might drive the G37 because I kind of don't want to drive the Q with the upgraded turbos. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Is there a link for merchandise? Yeah, Q50 Twin. You can go to any one of my videos. and you'll see the Teespring account below. You'll see like little shirts like this, and you can order directly from there. Okay, cool. 1 second. Yeah, your boy with the Hellcat. We went to the same church growing up. Maybe my M3 will run into the Q50. Yo, the M3s are quick, man. I like the M3s, but I never really beat any tuned M3. Y'all guys have too much time for M3. Dig races though, y'all lose. Y'all can't mess with me in a dig race because all-wheel drive and y'all rear-wheel drive. I have a really bad time. We met in okay, cool. Yeah, he's from the south too. Where's the link to the merch? Okay, I just told you that. Giving car advice, drunk, huh? I'm not drunk at non-toxic. I'm not drunk. It was just a little bit. I just feel nice. I went to work today. I chilled, and you know how it is. I just want to say like this one video. Even though a lot of us may be out of work, I want you guys to be careful in getting into bad habits. So try your best to not start excessively drink or some of the states who excessively smoke because this stuff is not good for your health. I mean, I think it's okay to drink, here and there with your friends socially. Maybe it's cool down, wind down, whatever. But just be careful on some of the stuff that you do because once you develop a pattern, especially what's going on right now, it's gonna be hard to get out of it. So just be careful with that, guys. All right, for the people that are watching. That's my opinion. You don't have to take what I'm saying as gospel. All right. Just got a Q50. How can I get 3.0 T to 400 to 450 wheel horsepower? Miguel. Typical. Really simple. Lower downpipes. CATBACK exhaust. You don't really have. You need to get a heat exchanger. Heat exchanger. You can go with Burger Tuning, AMS, Mishimoto, but you're gonna need a heat exchanger, lower downpipes, CATBACK exhaust. You can get an intake if you want to, if you choose to. It's up to you. And then finally, you're gonna need to get a tune. You can get car tuned by AMS, B-Tune Performance, Z1 Motorsports, Specialty Z, and there's a few other tuners. Just go and join the Q50, Q60 platform on Facebook. Look for the group and just ask questions. There's gonna be plenty of people who's gonna say, "Go with this guy, go with this guy," and you'll just choose from there. That's my best recommendation, and you'll get between 440 to 450 horsepower. That's not a problem. Yes, I would definitely want to come back to Miami. I had a great time in Miami. Miami's definitely on the list to come back to. I went there last year, but I didn't get to meet up with anybody because I was with a shorty. So, okay. Thanks for being so consistent with the content. I appreciate that, man. People think that just for the people watching, people think that all YouTubers are like created the same with content. Some YouTubers have like full-fledged production teams, 3-4 people editing, shooting 3-4 different cameras. This YouTuber right here, I do my own editing, I do the music, I do everything. 2 or 3 cameras. This is me. And it wasn't easy, but I self-taught. It wasn't easy. This is hard work I put in sometimes. Even when let me just use it for the people watching. 26 y'all that's watching. Let's be honest with y'all. When you guys see me sit there talk on video for 10 to 15 minutes straight, did y'all notice that I usually don't put breaks in between it? It's because I'm literally talking about the subject like if we're hanging out because I know about it and I'm comfortable speaking about it. Other YouTubers have to cut every 10, 15 seconds because they don't feel comfortable talking on video, or they may not really know much about it, or that's just how they edit their videos. But I'm okay with literally sitting there talking with you guys and just telling you guys as it is. So I really find that out that a lot of YouTubers don't do that. They just break up a lot of their videos. So, that's just the videos I talk. So, with all honesty, like, this is why I gotta sit there and say, if you guys watch my videos, just hit the like. Because people don't know the hard work I put in and the consistency. Sometimes it's hard, man. There's a lot of things I would love to do to this car. I would love to spend a good amount of money on this car. But until I'm there, I gotta stay humble. And when I get there, I'm still gonna stay humble. Period. Because that's who I am. That's all I can do. Just y'all guys hang out with me. I only got 27 of viewers right now, I'm perfectly fine with that. If it was 7 of you guys, I would be perfectly fine with that, because that's 7 of you guys who want to hang out with me and talk. That's why I love and appreciate you guys, man. Let me get back to some more questions here. Well, I've been on here for 2.5 hours. Nobody even noticed that. Thanks, Boost. Thanks, Boost. Okay, cool. He says, are full down pipes not recommended? Yes, that's actually a good question, because I've been just regularly honest the last hour, just talking about other stuff. Reason why I would say stay away from full catless downpipes. Reason being is it's very hard for the tuner to adjust the wastegates so that you don't run into turbo surge, because these turbines spin really quick. So when you open the wastegates, you want the turbines to slow down, but because there's no back pressure, the turbines will actually continue to surge. That's one of the issues people run into with full downpipes. From other people who've designed products for this platform, such as AMS and Z1 Motorsports, you're gonna run into might run into oiling issues too, where it creates like a they say like a vacuum on the turbines, where you can actually create an oil leak over time. Don't quote me, but they said that it changes the threshold and pressure of the turbines, and you can actually run into oil leaks. That's just from what was told to me. Not my opinion, just from what I was told to me, from what I read. So stay away from that. Howdy, what's going on, man? I appreciate the $2. Listen. The guys who gave me donations, y'all don't even have to do it. I appreciate you guys, because right now some of you guys might be out of work, and just $2 might be just too much for y'all. So the fact that you even gave me $2, I thank you in that, and I love you for that, Holly. I appreciate that very much, man. Very much. Let me see. Curry, yo, Boost, I'm about to send you a pic of the carbon fiber trim. I prefer taking the DIY and the expensive route like you. I mean, yo, dude, Curry, as long as it looks good, no one can hate. Just saying. Anyway, let me see. Q60 with bolt-ons like downpipes, CATBACK. Does it need a tune, and can the car run fine without a tune for extended period of time? Sorry if you answered. Yeah, I did answer that a little earlier. From what I know, no one really answered that issue. My car was full bolt-on before a tune. I had all bolt-ons before a tune. Even though I had a JB4 boost controller, I didn't have no issues, like, at all. No check engine lights, no nothing. Like, the car run perfectly fine. But once it was tuned, it was optimized for the bolt-on. So that's what happened with me at non-toxic 6. Quality over quantity. That's a good way of saying it at Christian. Quality over quantity. That's just what I can do. I can't say it's quality. I just want to be honest. Just honest with you guys. This is why some YouTubers do bad and some YouTubers do good. Like, some people are just really good to, like, just watch for content. Because content could be anything. Content could be racing, content could be talking, content could be DIYs. I try my best to give you guys DIYs, the information and resources, and a little bit of racing. So I know if I was more racing, I would get more subscribers. I know that I would do that, because that's the automotive YouTube spectrum. This mom's car, soccer mom's car, is beating V8s. Like, you guys love that. I love it too. I definitely do. But unfortunately, I live in New York City, so I'm not around a lot of, that type of stuff, unfortunately. But in the next few weeks, I'm going to definitely try to hook up with a few people, other YouTubers that you do know, and see if I can line it up with their cars. To be honest, on video right now, not a lot of other cars want to line up with me from a dig. I'm telling you right now, there's an ego to cars that are more expensive, that have a lot more power. They're afraid to line it up with my car. And it's not because, my car's a waste of gas. It's because they know that, that car takes off pretty quick. And it could get to the next stoplight possibly before my car, and I'm going to lose. No one wants to lose to the mom's car Q50. if I was like an M4 and M3, people would take these races like nothing. They're like, all right, cool, yeah, it's an M3. If it beats me, I know it could be quick. But no one wants to lose to a Q50. We're almost as common as Camrys now. But anyways, let me continue. One my last question: which is faster, Q50, Q60? They're the same car, bro. Q50, Q60, VR30 the same. Same. That's it. Howdy, hey Boots. Hope you're taking care of yourself during this time, especially with the balance of work and YouTube. YouTube to me has become part of my life. Like I go, I eat, I sleep, I shit. I still go to work because I'm an essential worker, and I try my best during either I'm at work, I record videos, and when I come off of work, I try my best to get stuff done. Like I already showed you that I came home, I finished painting the calipers. Not fully finished painting, but just put the primer and the few top layers for color. Now I'm waiting for the stickers to come in, and I'm gonna do the clear. I try my best to do everything that I can when I can do it. And I've had a lot of time to do a lot of things lately. That's why you've been seeing consistent videos because I'm at work, but I'm not doing overtime. I'm not doing a bunch of other stuff, so it's really good. But yeah, man, it's YouTube isn't as hard as people think it is to me. It's I got really good at it. I have a system. People develop a system on how to do things, a routine. So I'm pretty good at that system. So it's not too hard. It's just that when it comes to involving anyone else into my YouTube experience, such as racing and meeting up and talking and hanging out, it's a lot harder because you gotta deal with other people's schedules. You know. All right, cool. Just bought a Q50 signature edition. What's the first thing I should do? Kyle, you gotta use Q50. What I would honestly say is it for performance? If it's for performance, I would say it's already probably a used one because it's a signature edition. I don't know if they still make signature editions for 2020, 2021. But if they do, if they don't, lower down pipes, MEGEN, lower down pipes. Second modification, you can go with a heat exchanger. You can go with a Burger tuning heat exchanger or a ANDRIOD AMS because that one's with the warranty and everything. AMS heat exchanger or a Mishimoto heat exchanger. You can check them out. From then on, you can just start adding more bolt-ons and everything. And also join the Q50, Q60 group on Facebook. There's a lot of information there. A bunch of other people who have the car. So it's just kind of good to be in a room full of people that already done what you want to do. All right, cool. Okay, yeah, the Grady exhaust. Okay, why is the Grady Evolution GT Q50 for Road Drive 1Z1? I have no idea. I have no idea. What about the all-wheel drive? Well, the exhaust is probably the same because no matter if you have a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, it's the same architecture, guys. If the CATBACK system is the same between the two, like if you have a 3.5 hybrid, 3.7, okay, I'm talking about Q50 here, 3.5 hybrid Q50, 3.7 Q50, VR30 Q50, Red Sport, they all have the same architecture, CATBACK exhaust, same architecture. It's just that the lower downpipes and or test pipes are totally different because it's two different type of motors. Once again, Howdy, I appreciate that, man. I ain't got no more liquor or anything to take a shot or anything like that. I got water here. I appreciate that, man. You don't even have to give me another two. I'm telling you, man, you don't have to. You don't have to, man. But I'm thankful. I'm very thankful and I'm very appreciative, man. You don't understand. I'm very appreciative. Thank you, man. Hey, Boost, it is pops and bangs, not really that bad for the car. I don't have full downpipes currently running over. At Rick, the reason being is this is gonna happen. When you get tuned, right? You're gonna get pops and bangs. And you're not really gonna run into any issues, whatever. But sooner or later, your oxygen sensors will foul up and or may go out. Reason being is because the car is running rich. That means your injectors are dumping a lot of fuel. Your ignition is retarded. Not retarded, but they retarded ignition. So, and also because of all the pops and bangs, your upper cats are going to literally melt and break up and come out your exhaust. It happens longevity wise. It's not gonna happen in a week. It may not happen in a month, but maybe in a year. It's gonna just be shitty. So you can do it for the cloud, but I think it's people don't understand. I think you should do it for the cloud only when you want to go to a car meet, and then you switch to your performance map. Because pops and bangs, you just lose fuel, and you get to smell that terrible exhaust. You know, that exhaust combustion, the rich smelling exhaust. It's up to you though. Harry the Gretty is for rear wheel drive. Okay. No, but the Gretty is I'm telling you, if it's for rear wheel drive, it should fit the all wheel drive. I'm telling you, there's no difference. There's no difference coming from rear wheel drive to all wheel drive on a Q50. There's no difference. I don't know why they say rear wheel drive. They say that because they probably installed it on a rear wheel drive and mocked it up on a rear wheel drive, and they just want to put that just in case so that they don't run into any liability issues where someone goes order it for the all wheel drive and doesn't fit. It should fit the rear wheel drive. Oh, the all wheel drive also. I'm stuck between a 15 to 16 GT or 16 to 17 Red Sport rear wheel drive. Can the Q50 Red Sport go the distance? I don't know if Chase, I don't know if you're the person who sent me this message, but I have gotten this message before, Chase. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now. You said rear wheel drive, so that means you want a rear wheel drive car. So if you want to say go the distance, I would say get the Mustang. Because first thing, the Mustang, that Coyote motor, that 5.0, is already a pretty freaking reliable motor out the hole. They did a great job on that motor, especially for high mileage. And then you throw a boost at it, a supercharger, procharger, turbo. There's people in 9 seconds with a stock bottom end unsealed motor. So I would honestly say, if you can, get a 15 to 17 or maybe even an 18 18 Coyote, and you know that you're gonna move forward to modifying it. Just get a blower. Their superchargers cost under $5,000, and you could make between 600 to 700 to 800 wheel horsepower on stock block, depending on the fuel system. It's insane, and it's affordable. American cars are very affordable to make fast. The Q60 Red Sport, it'll be fast, but it ain't gonna be 600, 700, 800 wheel horsepower fast. That's it. Like, that is pretty much the glass ceiling for Red Sports. So that is my opinion. Okay, cool. Miguel, are real aerodynamics good tuners? Real aerodynamics have been in this field, been in this spectrum for a long time. They've been out since I had my Maxima days when I was 18. That was in the mid 2000s. So they've been around for a while, but they're not. What I would say about real aerodynamics is they don't really have any marketing in the field of, hey, we can do tunes too. But yes, they've been tuning VR30 3.7s for a very long time, and they also tune 3.0 Ts. So definitely check them out. If they are very close to you and you can get a dyno tune there, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. But there are other tuners out on the market. Definitely check around, see what prices you can get, and the support you can get. That's my recommendation. But I've met some people. I met the owner at Real Aerodynamics about a year ago. My friend went to go take his truck out of there, so I got to talk to the owner. He's a really cool dude. Like, it seemed like they changed the management around a little bit, but I can't recommend somewhere I never really got work done. You know. All right, Chase said bet. See, Chase, like, I would want you to get a Red Sport, but listen, you're gonna get a Red Sport and you're gonna be on E85. And you're gonna be having like 500 to 550 wheel. And then somebody with a Mustang Coyote is gonna come with his Pro Charger and he's gonna blow your doors off. That don't even sound right, but he's gonna leave you. He's gonna leave you. You're gonna be like, wow, what else can I do? And there's nothing there. You hit your ceiling. 550 wheel. This guy had a blower. He's like, oh, word, let me go faster. He has a smaller pulley. He's like, you know, let me add E85. Let me go air to air. Like, you can't do nothing. They could, and then they could change their rear diff and go with a better gear ratio too. Oh my god! And you have a 10-speed. Oh my god! 6-speed manual. Oh my god! So those Mustangs are no jokes. But I'm gonna hang out with you guys for 15 more minutes. I even know I was on here for almost 3 hours. I was just here talking, man. Okay, no more questions. All right, I don't see any more questions right now. So I already told you guys about turbos, drag setup, Z1 motor bounce. I said that I'm getting a second car for the channel. Yo, for the people who are watching right now, I've been asking you guys this. if I get a G37, right, coupe, because I'm gonna G37 coupe 6-speed manual because I don't want a 4-door. Are you guys gonna watch those videos? Because I'm gonna be modifying the 3.7, typical bolt-ons, regular modifications that you would do as a G37 owner. Because there's only like 1 or 2 other G37 YouTubers out there, and they're relatively small channels. So I want to give you guys that information on that platform too, because I used to have a 3.7. So I want to be able to give you guys that content. So do you guys think y'all would actually watch those videos? Because I don't want to invest in getting that second car, and you guys literally don't watch those videos, because now that car, that's just another bill for me. I'd rather not. Then I might as well just get like a Toyota Celica or a Toyota Corolla or something, and that'll be my daily. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think? Did you comment on the new Acura twin turbo V6 TL for the TL? At Howdy from Texas. I didn't make any videos about it because most of my following is Q50, so it wouldn't bring any views. But that car is gonna be dope. We know about that car since last summer. It looks gorgeous. It looks pretty big. The concept, of course, is a concept. The way the car looks, but it's gonna have a. I believe it's still gonna have a transverse all-wheel drive. I don't think it's gonna be longitudinal, where the motor comes from front to back. I still think it's gonna go side to side with the SH all-wheel drive, but it's supposed to have close to 400 horsepower, and I think that's gonna be a nice car. They're probably gonna develop their own. I think they have a 9-speed already in their current TL, so it's probably gonna make that 9-speed that they already have in their own TL, and they're gonna have a twin turbo V6. I don't know how they're gonna design it, but it's probably going to be good. It's Honda. They're going to design it good. It's going to be reliable, and Infinity's going to have a problem to compete because we know the car already looks gorgeous. Acura still makes good looking cars. So once they develop the transmission, which they already did, and that motor, it's not going to be a joke. We'll still have to wait and see. Okay, cool. Definitely watch it, bro. Cop the G37 Curry shot. First kicks pulled a switch on us with the Chevy Corvette. So I don't know, man. I'm interested in G37, but if switch up with another car, I wouldn't be mad either. No, I'm not trying to leave the Infinity Crew Curry shot. I'm not. I already said it in plenty of videos. Second car G37, and people ask me, what other car would you get after that? And I said the GTR. I would say the GTR because I want to be the guy to give you guys information on probably the top 3 platforms in the Q50 community. I mean, in the Infinity Nissan community. VQ, VR, and VR38. Those are the biggest communities. So I would rather have all 3 of those 3 kings. Just saying, that's my opinion. He said, let me see if I kick over. I think it's a good idea. Not too many G30s out there running E85. Yeah, I mean, E85 is very simple in running on G37 too. So I would love to do it. But I'll probably have it tuned on 93. That's 93 more. I'd still watch the D37 video. I like the style of your content. I appreciate that, Howdy. I would watch, but I would a different car brand get Mustang GT or GTR. You already got an Infinity. Well, the reason why I would get the G37 is because it's a VQ motor. A lot of people, I try to pick cars, right, that a lot of people purchase and own, and I have a very small niche of people who follow me. If I go get a Mustang, for instance, and put a blower, you guys don't have a Mustang. Y'all don't really care that much about Mustang. Y'all might like the car, but y'all don't own it. Y'all wouldn't understand. Y'all wouldn't relate. So I would have to go and find Mustang owners that want to watch my content. Well, guess what? There's plenty of Mustang content on YouTube. There's plenty of Mustang people racing, this guy racing that guy. It'll be very hard for me to do good and try to get some kind of following in that type of community. But as a G37 owner, there's not too many. There's 370Z channels, but not many G37. So that's another small little niche that I can fulfill with the Q50, Q60 platform. I'm filling that niche. My boy Enthusiast POV, check out his channel. He still has his Q60. He's not modifying it anymore, but he was filling the niche for the Q60 owners, the guys who have the VR30 Q60. Even though he's getting rid of the car, but still, these little niches is what you guys like to watch. I really wish there were more YouTubers in the Q50 platform, so definitely check him out. Speed Cultures, he's one of them, 3.7, Speed Cultures. And there's a few other YouTubers I'm actually subscribed to that have a lot smaller channels that have Q50 content, and it's good. So definitely go look for these guys. I'm sorry I can't drop their names right now because I can't remember their names, but go follow these guys. They have good content. It's just that they don't have a following. Some of these guys are just as good or even better than me. I'm just being honest because I want everyone can eat. We all can eat. This is America. Like this is America. Like we can all eat. There's a capitalist society. There's a way to make it work, and there's a way to make money out here. So definitely check them out, man. I gotta just give respect for when it's due. I'm not the best. I don't claim to be the best. I'm just a regular dude from Brooklyn making videos and hanging out with you guys at 11:20 at night. In Eastern time, because some of you guys live in Cali. Let me try to knock out these questions in the last 10 minutes, if it's much, and then I'm out. All right, cool. When you get the GTR, I will, I will too. Damn it. Okay, cool. I'm trying to see what I can drop in a 3.7Q. There really ain't a lot of support out there. Reckless. It's the typical modifications, man. Like all cars have these typical modifications. It's not only the Qs. You get test pipes. You get CATBACK exhaust. You get Takeda intakes. And you get a tune. If you want to do a little bit more, you get the Motordyne and/or Z1 Motorsports Plenum, or pretty much an intake manifold swap. So it has longer runners and it breathes a little bit, gives you more top end power. And from then on, that's it. You just get a full fledged tune. There's really not much, but it's not only Q50s. If you went to any other B6 car, it's the same way. It's just not that much modifications you can really do on any car. Even turbo cars, it's all the same. I would say the same chemistry. It's all the same recipe. You know, you just try to decat the car and add some exhaust and intakes and a tune. That's this honestly. Don't get too upset about it. What is getting rid of it? Okay, why I missed that? What he is getting rid of it? Okay, 5. Okay, you can start a trend with the Mustang. Let's be honest, a lot of people in our community, the Mustangs don't drive Mustangs. You could start the wave. I mean, I hear you, bro. My friend has an S550 6-speed manual 2015. I've been talking to him. I've been telling him he should start a YouTube channel about it. You know, but it's up to him if he wants to. I can't force people. Some people may not want to do it. There's not very, big YouTubers that are black. It's just not, it's not many of us. So if he wants to start it, he wants to start it. But it is what it is. I have respect for anyone who wants to start a YouTube. Just start it. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Don't wait till next month. Don't wait till next year. Just jump right into it. Take your cell phone, record yourself, record what you can. You'll learn as you go. Preparation, sometimes you'll never start. That's my opinion. I'll keep it that way. What's good, brother? Hope those pancakes are holding up. Damn, man, everybody's talking about all the food and everything I'll be burning, but yeah, man, the pancakes are holding up. Oh, why not 370Z? Honestly, I think the 370Z is not as good looking as the G37. That's why. And also, it's honestly just not as good looking. But the 370Z, there's already a few YouTubers out that have a following, and I want to fulfill a niche that not a lot of people have filled. And I think the G37, which I've always liked, from the front to the side to the back, I think it has good angles all the way around. That's why I would like to get it. Okay, cool. Why not? Okay, I'm probably keep the eye out for that ISP50. There's a few there's a lot of ISP50s that keep getting speeding tickets in New York. Every time I get on the Belt Parkway, there's so much IS is getting pulled over. I don't know, they're like the new G37s. Like everybody, they're V6 and everyone's just speeding with them. Curry shot that Chevy SS though. Chevy SS's, I believe they're very rare to me. You don't see too much of them, and I think Australia is finally getting rid of the SS, which is the Commodore or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called in Australia, but they finally get rid of it. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Downpipes void warranty. Here's what I say in all my videos for the people who are watching. If you put bolt-on parts in your car and something bad happens to your car, like your motor goes, your turbo goes, and you come back to the warranty, come back to the dealership to warranty and say, hey, listen, your turbos went, and they're like, yo, you got downpipes. They gonna look at you and be like, void it. And here's why I say what I say. If you have a partner, most of the people watching videos have a partner or someone they messing with, right? And let's just say you come home. Would you come home with a used condom on? No, you wouldn't, right? You throw it away, right? You put it somewhere, right? You do something with it, flush it down the toilet, right? So don't go to the dealership with the downpipes on if you run into an issue. That's my honest opinion. That's it. Yo, the first gen fell in love with it. Cool. All right, you still streaming? The fuck is that hard ass? Or no, I'm sitting on the cushion. I'm not. He making fun of jokes. Diego Valson's getting no buns. Oh my god. The lower the G37 put count caves on it and call it a day. Yep. There's word that the IS350 will be twin turbo. Yeah. Lexus and Lexus is gonna be already has a twin turbo motor out right now, and it's in their LS model. It's just that the car is too heavy, so the motor is underpowered for the car. But yes, they already have the twin turbo motor out in their LS, but it's just not powerful because the car's too heavy. Okay, yeah, I laugh out loud. But about to be out in the chat and everything like that, guys. Hung out with you on pretty much hump day. I know you guys are going through what you're going through in the world of United States. Some of you guys follow me from Europe, Australia. I've talked to a lot of different people in different parts of the world who contacted me, and I have much love for you guys who are watching from different area codes and different countries, because you guys don't have to sign in to me and say what's up, but I appreciate the ones who are watching. Even if you don't comment, it is okay. Much love and respect to you guys. Don't be afraid to contact me at boostinmotion IG and Facebook and boostinmotion@gmail.com. Let me just try to knock off a few more of these questions before I go, because I got 5 more minutes. He said, bro, the child, haha, the cushion you sitting on softer than the VQ. Yo, he's throwing shots. Yo, Cody is throwing shots. Read what Cody said. Talking shots. Shout out to the people watching that another comment. That's fine, man. Like it's okay. Listen, at the end of the day, the fact that you guys invited me to hang out with you guys for the last 3 hours and just talk and laugh, that's just all I'm appreciative of, man. Like I said, I got 20 when you guys here. I got up to like 45, 50 of you guys. Then I got down to 7. It is what it is. If it was one of you guys watching, I would still be on here, because at the end of the day, I know I'm helping one person. So otherwise than that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. I pay $100 to shout out on the gram. Real Cody, you don't have to pay me, bro. I'll just shout you out on the gram, bro. Money, it's not about the money, man. It's not about the money. I will. It is, but it's not. It's just, yo, bro. It is. Stay safe, everybody. Please be safe. Once again, I'm gonna say to this right now. If you guys want to contact me at my social medias, just to say what's up. If you lost your job, or you might have lost a loved one and you might need someone to talk to, you can definitely contact me to say what's up. It is what it is. We'll talk car shit a little bit, if I'm available, because at the end of the day, it's a crazy world. It's different world we're living in right now. And people going through shit, period. But love you guys. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night. See you in the next one. Always the like button. Thank you. Appreciate it.